It doesn't want to stay. Of course it doesn't. No, don't you dare go off. Why does that not want to do that? Oh my God, it is
9:55.
done. We're gonna restart that over again. There. Flip it. I need that box right there behind you. Yeah, let's try that. I don't like this, but it's the best we can do for the moment. And then we'll have HD put that one up on YouTube later. You're all on Facebook and YouTube getting a live look on trying to get this crazy thing going. In
Sarge
the morning.
loves
Sometimes
technology.
things happen. Yeah, I really love technology. I just love it.
Really good in the warm-up games. I have some concerns about the defense.
We are about 9 minutes away from going live on the radio. In studio with me, one of my co-hosts this morning. He is our nematode Nelly. He's the super fan, Tim Williams. Good morning, Tim.
Good morning, everyone.
Sitting next to him, former 17-year professional wrestler in his own right, now turned author, with a brand new book out called Gravity Always Wins, Mr. Osby Tomlin.
Thank you for having me. Glad
Yes,
to
sir. And to his left, my right, he is the Uncensored Wrestling Talk Champion, making his debut last night at the Race Wrestling Arena at Door to Destiny Rumble. He is the one and the only Maximus Stone. We're going to have an awesome show today. And an awesome show today. They can hear you there. They can hear you there.
So how does the government
I had not gotten his chance yet. What? How tall are you?
He's big.
6'6", 270.
6'6". I would think for some reason he towered over monsters.
Don't you think 6'8", about 300?
Yeah, but you're taller than me and way more shape.
Do you have YouTube? How does that look? Do you need to adjust that at all?
The season's race is over, and the checkered flag is waving. If you ran Miravis top soybean fungicide,
Well, here's one
you're
good thing
crossing the
with
finish
Facebook.
line with more
Feed.
bushels,
It looks
stronger
doggone good.
stands, and no regrets. Don't wait until the next green flag drops. Run your beans full throttle next season. Lock in Miravis Top with your retailer now and start next season out front. Always read and follow label instructions.
At harvest, every acre tells the truth. And if you waited to see this season, you might be watching your yields slip away. Next year, don't wait and see. No with Trivapro. As the hardest working, longest lasting corn fungicide, Trivapro works overtime to beat back disease.
Micah Mudd with one exclamation
Bushels in the bin when it matters most.
in the Facebook chat room. Maximus Stone. Yes, he is here.
Call your retailer today.
Trisha McGarry Williams saying, good morning, gentlemen. What an amazing night last night at the Harley Race Arena. Yeet right back to you, Trisha.
No, stop
Yeet
it.
right back to you.
Stop it.
You know it's going to go on continuously.
Stop
I told
it.
you this before. You might as well get used to it.
Deal with Iran set to be
It'll
signed
never,
maybe today.
we will never
Iran's
stop.
foreign minister is saying, though, the likelihood of finalizing a plan is also high.
Iranian state media
In about 6 minutes, 5 minutes and 40 seconds before we go live on the radio.
Forces and release frozen Iranian funds.
And as Fox's Max Gordon in Dubai, Congress has still
Really
not
looking
renewed
forward to
an
reading this.
intelligence
You've been
law
telling us all
allowing the
about it
feds
and
to conduct warrantless
Thank you for that.
wiretaps on some foreign nationals.
Legal authority for the government's foremost intelligence-gathering weapon to foil terrorism, FISA Section 702, expires. There's worry about unprecedented
all shared out.
vulnerabilities this summer.
And that's Fox's
Technology
Jack
can be
Bergman. For
good
the first
for
time in
sometimes.
over 50 years, the New York
Yeah.
Knicks
So you
are
have to
the
start messing with
champions, defeating the San Antonio
Only with
Spurs
that
last night.
stupid thing.
Big parade coming up. America's listening to Fox
And when I'm
News.
pointing like that, I mean the YouTube.
If you want
you can point
unlimited
at me
talk,
all you
text, and
want. You
data
know
on
you
a
want.
crazy fast network, Big Wireless will sell it to you right now for as little as $70 a month. Or you can buy it from Quick Talk for half of that. I'm talking about unlimited talk, text, and unlimited data for just $34.99 a month. Stop
Referee
in the big guys
H.D.
twice
Daniels
if you need
is
to.
watching.
Dial
Our
pound
resident
250,
referee,
say my
Mr.
name, that's pound
123.
250, Mike
Yeet.
Rowe, to switch
We do
to
have
Talk, where the
YouTube
savings
going,
are
but
true.
that crazy stand is not wanting this to work correctly this morning.
The Tunnel to
So
Towers Foundation
I do have it on
continues to honor
YouTube.
America's
We
heroes,
are
heroes
live,
and
but
firemen
when we
like
get
Michael
done,
Wells, who was
I will
inspired
need
by
you
9/11
to
to
put the
serve the
Facebook
community.
feed
After 14
over on
dedicated years of
YouTube
service,
when
he
everything's
lost his
done
battle
and
with
ready to go.
occupational cancer, leaving behind his wife Katie and their 3 children. Tunnel to
Might
Towers
wanna
honored
reset
Lieutenant
the
Wells
view
by
of that
paying off the
YouTube.
family's mortgage in recognition of
Really?
his services. Donate $11 monthly and amplify your impact with a car or land donation. Go to t2t.org.
I'm Taylor Riggs, and this is the Fox Business Report. The major averages ending higher for the day and week. Iran deal hopes
No,
lifting
that's the way
investor
it's gonna have to
sentiment,
be
while
right now,
SpaceX
HD.
making its public debut on Wall Street. Its shares taking off and closing around 19% above its initial public offering price of $135 a share, with the rocket maker's market cap above $2 trillion as a result of
About 3.5
SpaceX's historic
minutes.
IPO. Its leader, Elon Musk, has become the first ever trillionaire. Shares of Musk's other empire, that being
Trisha
Tesla,
McGarry
rose
Williams
nearly
asking
2%.
real quick
the Dow
here.
up
How was your
354
test
points,
this
the
morning,
Nasdaq higher by
Maximus Stone?
79,
You took a couple
S&P
chops last night.
137.
Absolutely.
The
Sore.
Justice's
Serious top
antitrust
last
division
night.
signed
We will
off on
definitely get
Paramount
into all of that
Skydance's
here
over $110 billion
very soon.
acquisition for Warner Brothers Discovery. The DOJ determining that the deal did
I
not
I was in fact watching on the
competition.
monitors and I was like clutching my
Mr.
tail. I was like,
Wong,
oh my
Mr.
god.
Steve,
It was my initiation. Ow.
It started with Trevor hitting Calvin in the back.
Trevor grabbed my nipple backstage
Fox
and
Nation
beat the shit
Investigates
out of me.
presents The Killing Next Door. Bodies were
My nipple still hurts more than anything.
Live on Facebook and YouTube. You'll only hear that on the Facebook and the YouTube.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
series like this.
It's uncensored, my friend.
Yeah.
It's only we gotta watch stuff when we're
We're live.
talking on
Yeah,
the
right.
radio.
Right. You got 2 minutes to clean it up.
2 minutes and 20 seconds to be exact.
We've come a very long way from selling wagons and farming.
Amanda Stout in the chat room saying, good morning, gentlemen. Well, good morning to you as well, beautiful young lady. Micah Mudd, that back end audio is drowning y'all out. Yeah, we'll turn that down as we get going here very soon.
Our valued
I
customers.
promise.
It's no surprise, times have changed. Vehicles have
It
changed.
will change when the commercials aren't playing and only the voices of us come through those speakers for you all there on Facebook
Great
and
cars
YouTube.
and trucks to meet their family's needs and budgets. That's something that nobody else can say. See for yourself why for 120 years, Weber has been the name that you can rely on. Visit us at any of our locations in Granite City, Columbia, Illinois, and Creve Coeur. You can also find us on Facebook or WeberAutomotive.com.
As you know from before, in the mini fridge I've got waters and tea, so you're more than welcome to help yourself, brother.
For the first time in 53 years, the New York Knicks are
53
the
years,
champions of
New
the
York
world.
Knicks, brand new NBA champions. Wow. Wow.
I guess Danhausen
Worked. I guess so. I guess so.
are.
Keep them away from the Cardinals.
so.
That's all I think. Right. Stay away from the Cardinals.
1 minute and counting.
As they won Game 5
We go
in
live
San
on the
Antonio,
radio.
94-90 behind 45 points from NBA Finals MVP Jalen Brunson. At the World Cup on Saturday night, Australia over Turkey 2-0. Australia and the United States are now tied for first place in Group D, going into their showdown on Friday. Scotland earlier Saturday night beat Haiti 1-0.
The other
Scotland
night,
was sole
American
possession for
soccer
first place
team
in
for
Group
World
C.
Cup scored the most
From my
goals
emotion,
any
and
American team in World Cup
here's your
history.
updated
Wow.
KYRO forecast.
All kinds of history
Sunshine mixed with
happening
clouds
this
at
week.
times today, with daytime highs approaching 76. Lows dip down to about 53.
15 seconds.
Mainly clear skies. Clear skies tomorrow. Daytime highs approaching 77.
She busted out. I was
Currently,
like,
it's 68.
$2, Tim.
That's the latest from News Radio.
Here we go.
It's free. You know,
Generate
maybe I'll steal that one too.
And the mics are going live. Such awesome theme bumper music, but we've got to pipe it down. For we are live inside the Gateway Fiber studio of News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO. This is Uncensored Wrestling Talk. I am Sarge, and with me this morning, one of my co-hosts. He is our Nematode Nelly. He's the super fan, Tim Williams. Good morning, my friend.
Good morning.
Don't pull on HD Daniels on me.
Well, I know HD is surely watching right now, so I
He
thought
is watching
I
right
thought
now.
I would give him a little shout out with a light little good morning.
How about a yeet? He would enjoy a yeet.
No.
You're wrong. You're just wrong.
Never.
Sitting to his left, in the middle here on your screen, between these two gentlemen to my right, he is a former 17-year pro wrestler himself, turned author, brand new book that just came out recently called Gravity Always Wins, Mr. Osby Tomlin. Good morning, my friend. How are you?
I am doing well. Glad to be here. This is fantastic. I should have came in sooner.
Yeah.
You know, this is great. Thanks for having me.
Anytime you want to come in, you are always more than welcome.
Wonderful.
And we will get into his story and this awesome book that's come out here very, very shortly. Making his debut last night at the Race Wrestling Arena. Door to Destiny Rumble. He is still the Uncensored Wrestling Talk champion.
Co-champion.
The one, no, wrong answer. Wrong answer. The booker says so. And the promoter. He is the one and only Maximus Stone. Good morning, good sir, my brother.
Happy Sunday, everybody. God is good, and so is World League Wrestling, and so is Maximus Stone's fans.
Woo.
Yeah.
Before we get really going here, I also want to say something real quick here. I want to say a quick happy birthday. A happy 251st birthday to all my brothers and sisters that have served, serving, or getting ready to serve in the United States Army. 251st birthday of the United States Army, guys. Wow. Wow.
Good shout out.
Whew.
I got chills from that.
I know, man. I got goosebumps all over the place from everything going on. We've just had so much stuff. Man, I've got goosebumps upon goosebumps. And it's not because of the air conditioner. Because, you know, there for a while, this crazy air conditioner superfan wasn't working.
No.
And that's an air conditioner / heater.
Uh-huh.
It was not good up in
here. It
here.
was not comfortable, as they say.
So much stuff going on in NWA's World League Wrestling. Started up on June the 6th. More goosebumps. First time in 43 years since 1983. Local wrestling airing on local television here in St. Louis. NWA's World League Wrestling Showdown. The first and the last Saturday of each month for the next couple of months, you will be able to get to see an episode of Showdown. Then also, it just keeps getting bigger and better because it literally starts this Thursday. Fox 2 STL Plus app at 8:30 Thursday night. If you weren't able to see the show on that Saturday on CW11, you'll be able to get to see it on the Fox 2 STL app now.
Hey, Sarge, how much does that app cost?
It is absolutely free.
Free?
Free. With that being free, that app is also available on Roku, Apple TV, and Fire TV, so you don't have to just watch on your phone or your tablet. You can put it on your television. That's what I do. That's what I've done, and that's how I'm going to be from here on forward. Man, gotta say a special thank you to Sunset Hills Subaru for helping make all of this come true and happen for NWA's World League Wrestling Showdown on KPLR TV11 /CW11 and the Fox 2 STL app. Man.
Hell yeah.
Man. So awesome. And that first match that happened on June the 6th, and you'll be able to get to see it this Thursday. It was for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. The owner of the 10 pounds of gold, Thrill Billy Silas Mason, defending against the NWA World League Heavyweight Champion, the Grand Regent, Camaro Jackson. An amazing match. An amazing. If you have not seen it yet, number one, what's wrong with you? And number two, are you living under a rock? And number three, if you ain't seen it, you've got to. You've got to. Because it's one of the best matches of the year, I think.
Absolutely.
I'm going to need you to pull that mic a little bit closer to you. Do it by the arm. There we go. There we go. Now we can hear the man.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm talking about.
So that big, being that shy and soft. Come on, bring it out.
I said absolutely.
There we go.
Rest of the match.
Door to Destiny Rumble.
What didn't happen?
What didn't happen last night is really the right sentiment at the moment. But, I gotta say, being in the back, doing interviews, watching on the monitors, going out and also during the evening and seeing how the crowd was reacting to things, meeting up with a lot of the fans before the event started, one of the best events of the year so far. And we've had some great ones this year. Some great ones, especially Fort Leonard Wood a couple months ago. Whew. Last night rivaled. It rivaled everything going on. It just keeps getting better and better and better. It was announced last night that at the next event, August the 15th, at the Race Wrestling Arena in Troy, Missouri, another awesome special event that's going to happen. It'll be NWA WLW Showcase. Whew, this is going to be big. It's a tournament. There is going to be wrestlers from every single territory of the NWA coming in, and they are going to vie to see who the best wrestler in the territories are. The possibilities of this is just mind-blowing right now, Maximus.
I love it.
This guy could be in the tournament.
Come on, baby.
If he's in the tournament, I'm saying right now, he's got to be one of those front runners. He's got to be. 6'7", 275 pounds.
Taking him out.
Whew. Monstrous Mike Maverick has nothing on this man. And I love Monstrous Mike Maverick. Let's jump real quick here. Facebook. Sherry Harley, Mama Bear from World League Wrestling joining in the chat room. Good morning, guys. Absolute wild night. I agree. Herb Simmons, owner and promoter of SICW, Southern Illinois Championship Wrestling Inn, saying good morning to you all, and good morning to you, good sir. Man, you've got a hell of a fan in Amanda Stout.
Oh, yeah.
Over and over again. Maximus,
Big
Maximus,
fan.
Maximus. Trisha McGarry Williams, happy 4 years in wrestling to astonishing Austin Militalo. He debuted 4 years ago at the door to Destiny Rumble, and that is very, very true. Very, very true. And Amanda Stout saying big things happening for our guys and gals, and you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. Let's jump into this card from last night. Let's start from the very beginning. Jaden Dominic Rose, still the #1 contender for the NWA Junior Heavyweight Championship, currently being held by King Raheem De La Suede. My gosh, that's a mouthful.
It is. It is.
He went up against the monstrous one, Mike Maverick, with all-day Aiden Riley, the biggest little dog in World League Wrestling, in his corner. Super fan.
Oh,
What
yeah.
a match that one was.
No, it was an awesome match just to start the event. I mean, you got to give it to Jaden right now. I mean, he is cooking on all cylinders every single time he gets into that ring. And, you know, you're going against one of the biggest, now maybe second biggest person in NWA, WLW.
It ain't no slouch.
You know, but, you know, I think he's got a little bit of a Samson complex going on right now.
He might.
He lost his hair. And he's got that
growing
little
back,
back
though.
going on.
It's
I mean,
growing back.
You know,
It ain't
I think we
Peach
need to
Fuzz
start
anymore.
calling him Buzz.
Well, you know what? We kid Monstrous One like crazy,
Mhm.
but I do want to say real quick, congratulations to the Monstrous One, because on August the 3rd, he truly begins his military career as well, for he goes to boot camp, none other than at Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri.
Yeah, baby.
Ooh.
Yep.
Ooh. Even for yourself, Maximus Stone, and I think that you will agree with me in this sentiment. When he gets done with basic training and AIT schools, and he comes back, oh, good Lord, he's going to be he was a force to deal with before, tenfold.
Yep.
Tenfold, my friend.
They're going to put him through the mill, and he's going to be strong as an ox. Not that he isn't already, but he's going to be a freight train coming in.
He's
So
going
I'm
to
excited
get
for that
toned
kid.
up.
Yep.
He's going to get muscled up.
Yep.
And he's going to come back
Yeah.
with a vengeance. It's,
Yep.
especially with what happened last night. And we'll get to what happened here in a little bit. But, Osby, if I may, calling you your first name here. You were in the crowd last night. What did you think, with being a professional wrestler for 17 years, what did you think of that match between JDR and the monstrous one, Mike Maverick?
I think Mike Maverick's a little angry for no reason. he,
He's angry by association right now.
Well, he's angry because he got his hair cut at the last event by Tobias Storm and Calvin Aldridge. Let's be honest.
But the finish of that match, it was pretty fantastic. It was very hard hitting back and forth. But his tag partner that came out with him, little tiny guy, man.
Mm-hmm. The biggest little dog in World League Wrestling. He's poking the barrel.
Yeah, you better believe it.
So we have a tall, angry man and a tiny little angry man. We were joking in the front row about how angry they were.
Right.
So it was, but I really enjoyed the match, and the winner,
JDR.
JDR, he's very impressive. Very impressive.
It is going to be one heck of a match when he steps in with King Raheem De La Suede for that junior heavyweight championship. He has got a bone to pick with King Raheem. King Raheem has been ducking him for quite a long time now. Ooh, look out. Katie bar the doors when that one happens. Thomas Nace and I hope that I'm pronouncing that name right, Naes, in the Facebook chat room says, how about a new tag team? Maximus and the monstrous one, Mike Maverick, the new Twin Towers, they'd be unstoppable.
Yeah, he's not wrong. To be determined, I will say.
That's a lot of mass.
That is a lot of mass. If you two were to team up, man, these other tag teams in NWA, World League Wrestling, and for that matter, anywhere else in the NWA, they got their hands full. For at the very least, they've got their hands full. Good luck.
Crockett Cup champions.
Whew.
There's something in the making, baby.
Right.
The sky's the limit.
Oh, yeah.
Sky is the limit, my friend. A young lady that made her wrestling debut last night, another debut. We have seen videos, and when I say debut, I mean singles action debut. We've seen videos over the last 4, 5, 6 months of Hera, not really of her face, but just weird Egyptian-looking videos. She showed up one night when it was Sophia Rose and Cameron Burnett having a match for that ladies division championship. And Hera not only attacks one, but she attacks both, attacking and clotheslining Sophia Rose first, knocking her out of the ring, then turning her attention to the ladies champion Cameron Burnett and doing a serious number on Miss Burnett. Then last month, doing an interview with Cameron Burnett out there at the interview set for all the fans to see live. The lights go out. The lights come back on again, just like the event beforehand. And there is standing Hera again. And I'll be honest, I thought, holy crap, I'm in the middle of this. Mm-hmm. And then here comes the spawn of Khan, Lilith Khan, attacking Cameron Burnett from behind. You were standing not very far away as well. I don't know about you, but I was shaking in my boots.
Yeah.
The daughter of Attila Khan, get out of the way. They took that young lady Cameron Burnett to the ring, and she double choke slammed her.
Yeah.
Almost right through that ring. With Hera directing traffic.
Yeah.
Last night, Hera made her singles debut against Shooter Shylin. And you know what? Shooter Shylin is an awesome wrestler in her own right. She has gone up against Cameron Burnett on several different occasions. Also, going up against Tootie Lynn in tag team action as well. She's no stranger to the wrestling arena. But Hera was just too much for her last night.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about it is, when Hera came out, a hush went over the crowd. It was like, what is this? And just the looks and the posture that Hera does, it kind of scares you. I mean, I'm standing there, you know me, I poke the bear, like you say, but I was afraid.
You do.
I was really afraid to poke the bear, and I thought she was staring at me, and she might not have been staring at me.
Not much.
Hold the presses.
Right.
The super fan, Tim Williams, is afraid to poke the bear of Hera. That's newsworthy in itself.
Right.
Holy moly.
I'll tell you right now, fellas, nothing, not much, intimidates Maximus Stone. Hera brings it out a little bit.
I can't say that I blame you, my friend. When she showed up, I wanted to be 100 feet away the last month. You know, Mama Bear Sarah Harley in the Facebook chat room, from those videos that we have seen, she says, I believe Hera is of Greek descent. It could be very well the truth there. There is some Greek
All I know is she's scary.
figures in those videos and stuff in that. And man, she is scary. She is scary. She's one of those types that it doesn't matter if you're male, female, or anything in between. You get into the ring with her,
Yep.
and you are not going to be the same after the match is over with, win, lose, or draw, regardless. I don't know, guys.
When she hit that twisting cutter at the end of the match, the entire front row shook.
We felt a little bit of a shake in the back. It was wild. It was just, she is a force. She is a force to reckon with. And if she's got Lilith Khan in her back pocket as well, who's going to be able to stop either one of them? Honestly. And you know what? All kudos to Cameron Burnett, the ladies champion. Because since November of last year, at the WLW 26th anniversary show, when she captured that championship, she has been a fighting champion all of the time, putting that championship on the line against women like Lilith Khan, 2-3 times the size of her. And you think when you on paper, let's be honest about it, on paper, it's a 2-minute squash match. And you know what? Cameron Burnett has held her own against Cameron Burnett, against Shooter Shiley, against Sophia Rose, and the list goes on and on and on. But I'm worried for her with this Hera situation. Man.
Hell of a matchup one day.
You never know. You never know. It may come sooner than we think. I don't think Hera's playing around. I really don't. I really do not. The NWA World League Wrestling Tag Team Championships were on the line last night. And we're going to talk about that match here in just a few moments, because we are up against our very first break here on Uncensored Wrestling Talk. We're going to go ahead and we're going to take it. But guess what? It is only 30 seconds long, and it begins now.
Welcome to Meganet. For slow internet, press 1. For a different customer service, press 2. For confusing pricing, press 3. For extremely long wait times, stay on the line. For any faster lines, don't get the line.
Where there was frustration, now there's satisfaction.
The next one's 30 seconds.
At Gateway Fiber.
9 seconds.
How may I help you?
Isn't it time to fresh look at your Visit gatewayfiber.com.
I was more impressed.
Family Shoe Store is a local family and veteran-owned tradition in historic downtown Troy, Missouri. Dedicated to the community and providing customer service. Their brands include Red Wing, Irish Setter, Works, Birkenstock, Brooks, Merrill, New Balance, Skechers, Thoroughgood, as well as super clean insoles. State-of-the-art 3D foot scanner to ensure you get just the right insoles for you. Family Shoe Store providing men's and women's quality footwear in Lincoln County area since 1947. Family Shoes 636-528-8247.
We're going live. Welcome back, Uncensored Wrestling Talk. We are live inside the Gateway Fiber studio of News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO. And real quick before we continue on with some stuff here, Superfan, we are on X, my friend, at UW Talk, KYRO. But also, we're on Discord.
Discord, absolutely. It's the Uncensored Wrestling Talk Show.
Every day that ends in Y, there's some sort of wrestling event going on. Mm-hmm. And 1 or 2 or 3 of us, speaking of myself, Superfan, or HD Daniels, hey, we're in there. We're talking about everything that's happening. Come join us.
Yeah.
HD Daniels, hopefully he'll be able to put that link for the Discord channel in the chat room. If he's not able to today, no worries. Go back to one of our previous shows on Facebook, and you'll be able to get that Discord link really easily. Come join us. It's absolutely free. Absolutely free.
Did you say free?
Free? Absolutely free. Mr. Osby Tomlin was saying something very, very poignant during the break about Hera. Sir, if you will, for the radio audience.
What impressed me more about Hera than her finishing move was the fact that her hair stayed immaculate throughout the entire match. No matter how many times she got hit in the face or bounced off the canvas, her hair never moved. So I want to know, what product is she putting in her hair to keep it from out moving? It just stayed still. It was stiff. It was fantastic. Hera, please let us know. Please let us know.
It's magic. You know, I don't know about out there while that match was going on, but when she came back from that match, and I seen her briefly, it didn't even look like her face paint or anything else was touched. It looked like she hadn't even gone out to the ring at all. Nothing had happened.
Some might say it was like a stone.
Mm-hmm. You ain't lying. No pun intended.
Shameless self-promotion.
Shameless self-promotion. I love it. I love it. As I said before we went to break, the NWA World League Wrestling Tag Team Championships on the line. Trevor Murdoch, Attila Khan, the King's Legacy, the champions, putting those championships on the line against Tobias Storm and Calvin Aldridge, and another two young men that have just steamrolled right into World League Wrestling and has just been on this upwards trajectory since day one.
Yeah.
Superfan.
No, they are the what I would consider the hottest team in NWA WLW at this point. I mean, they've taken on anybody and everybody, and they've come out the victors on several of those occasions.
Well, they beat the Devils of War, All Day Aiden Riley, the Monstrous One Mike Maverick, to become the number one contenders, to get that shot at the championships. But you know what? It doesn't stop there, because even before then, at Fayette, Missouri, when the King's Legacy went up against the Devils of War in that Falls Count Anywhere, no disqualification match, Tobias Storm also had a hand in that.
Absolutely.
And helped Attila and Trevor win those championships. So it's kind of a bit of a full circle for last night.
Absolutely.
Coming around for Tobias Storm and his partner Calvin Aldridge. And they captured the NWA World League Tag Team Championships. What an impressive showing from those two young men.
Yep.
What did you think, Maximus?
I think they look great, they wrestle great, they deserve it, they earned it, and it's theirs. It's theirs, absolutely.
Mr. Tomlin, what did you think? What was your thoughts on these brand new champions that we've got, these two young men?
I think they are very great up-and-comers. I also think that there was a very specific turning point in that match, and I was front row, front and center, when I saw Trevor run into that turnbuckle and stop moving, and I thought, oh no, things are changing, things are moving in different directions, and it happened quickly, and Attila turned on. And it was very interesting to see all of that play out right in front of me.
You know, if you would tell the folks that weren't able to be there last night, what exactly did Attila do?
Attila got right in front of him, and he chopped him right in the throat and attacked him. And when Trevor went down, Attila just kind of backed out of the ring when Trevor got pinned, and it was over. And then Attila proceeded to attack him, and it was painful to watch.
And I can't blame Tobias Storm and Calvin Aldridge of taking that opportunity to go ahead and make that cover on Trevor Murdoch. Let's be real. Championships are on the line. You got to do what you got to do sometimes. But man, Trevor Murdoch is not the same this morning. I guarantee you. From what I'm hearing, and this is just rumor, but from what I'm hearing, he suffered a major injury last night. A major injury.
Well, I know he cannot put any weight on it, but, you know, unfortunately, you got the King's Legacy, is what they wanted to be called, but when you tag with a monster, you never know when that monster's going to bite your hand.
That's right.
And last night, Attila bit Trevor's hand.
Yeah.
Hard. Real quick from the Facebook chat room. The astonishing one, Austin Militalo in the chat room saying, I'm hurting, but I'm happy. Maximus, and this is also from Austin, Maximus is like 5% stronger than me. He's lucky I didn't catch him for the suplex first.
Ooh.
More like 5% body fat.
All right, there you go.
Taylor Adams in the chat room saying good morning to everyone. Well, good morning to you as well. And also from Austin, I taught him how to be big, jacked, and 6 foot something tall. Also taught him how to be handsome too.
Oh, he's not wrong there. He's a good-looking guy. That's one thing Austin's got going for him. He is a good-looking fella.
Now, I didn't see this last night. Maybe one of you three did. Maybe you've seen it up front. But he's also saying, Austin Militalo, that he bit Attila last night.
In the Door to Destiny, he did.
You guys send him off for a little. Maybe him and Aiden can go get a rabies test or something.
That's what I was just about to say.
Let's be honest.
Right out of my
in the
mouth.
Door to Destiny, you know who I was focused on, so I can guarantee that he bit Attila last night.
Well, the night wasn't over for Attila, and we'll get into more of that, but it kind of laid the groundwork, I guess you could say, for the rest of the night for Attila Khan.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't done. He was not done. But again, congratulations to Tobias Storm and Calvin Aldridge for winning the NWA World League Tag Team Championships. And now, gentlemen, you have a target on your back. I hope they've got eyes in the back of their heads.
Yep.
Because I tell you what, there's a lot of tag teams coming here already that want chances.
And there could be
It'd be
new
interesting.
forming tag teams, too.
What's that?
Could be new forming tag teams.
You never know. You never know. But championships were not over with last night. The NWA World League Heavyweight Championship was on the line. It was originally supposed to have been the Grand Regent, Camaro Jackson, defending that title against Strictly Business, Brandon Beretta, in a 2 out of 3 falls. I don't know. From what I was hearing, it was traffic and storms and everything else that had been going on around the area, and we did get some crazy storms last night. But he was not able to make it to the Race Wrestling Arena last night. So Camaro Jackson came out and put the challenge to anyone that wanted to step through those curtains. I'm surprised you didn't beat everybody.
I
to
had
the
prior
punch.
engagements, but it could be in the works. Don't you worry about that.
And that's going to be an awesome match in itself.
Mm-hmm.
But I was not surprised. I was not surprised by the person coming through those curtains, the 99 overall Chris Danger.
Yeah, I mean, Chris has made a splash. You know, he's only been with the company maybe 6-9 months, but he's making a splash every single time he comes through the curtains, and every time he gets on the mic, and everything he does, everybody watches him. So him coming out to challenge Camaro, that I think was a perfect move for him.
Took some balls for him, so I'm proud of him.
He took some chops, though.
Oh, yes, he did.
He wasn't alone there, my friend. Let me tell you. We'll get to that, though.
But you know, the 99 overall, it was a hard hitting match. It was an awesome match. It was back and forth a good many times during that match. And I thought really Chris Danger had a couple of times where he had the opportunity to become the new champion. He was like millimeters away on a couple of those counts. And as quick as those counts come down sometimes. And I'm not saying that it's fast counts. It's just time goes by like that. Absolutely. You two gentlemen know.
Oh, yeah.
He was not a happy camper once that match was over with. You know, Camaro Jackson and Chris Danger, they tag teamed together at Fort Leonard Wood to go up against the Deliverer Moses and the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, Thrillbilly Silas Mason. Of course, they didn't come out the victors in that one, but again, an awesome showing for Chris Danger. His first time in the ring for NWA World League Wrestling. He got the win over the Deliverer Moses at the last event that we had. But not coming out the victor last night, it almost... I don't want to say he turned,
No.
but something happened last night.
the frustration, and I get his frustration, because he literally hit Camaro with the kitchen sink. He hit like 4 or 5 moves in a row, and then Camaro comes out with that clothesline. And it was one clothesline. And that's where I think the frustration really hit him, was the fact that he hit him with everything. And Camaro just like that, turned it.
Everybody that steps into the ring with the Grand Regent, Camaro Jackson, finds out that Camaro Jackson is a different breed. He just is.
Mm-hmm.
I would say so far.
He's a 2-time NWA World League Heavyweight Champion, Maximus. I mean, you can't deny the journey that man has been on. He's gone through hellfire to get that championship. Distractions and things happening where he lost it, but turned around and came right back.
For sure.
And won it again through all the adversities.
You did hear me, right?
I did. I
So
heard
far.
you.
So far.
And I understand your mentality on it. I get it. You're a competitor as well. You want the chance. I understand. But I'm just telling you, my friend, Camaro Jackson is a different breed. Super fan.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about it is, and I'm going to steal it from Cody, but really, Camaro he's not hard to find, but he is dang hard to beat. And it's going to take somebody special to get that belt off of him.
Micah Mudd in the Facebook chat room making a very interesting point here. Chris Danger icing his chest today. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. 100%. 100%. You know, Trisha McGarry Williams.
I don't know where she learned it from.
Are you watching Facebook or are you watching YouTube?
I'm going back and forth.
I've got Facebook,
I
my
know.
friend. Danger Mouse is a sore loser. Ooh. That's harsh. That's harsh. That's really harsh. But
A couple things I'd like to add.
sure,
real
go
quick.
for it.
Chris Danger, he's got a very punchable face. And and I mean, I would tell him that to his face too. I'm retired now. I'm not going to step in the ring anymore. Too many concussions.
Somebody might have to come out of retirement.
But the thing about that guy is, when you have success outside of this business in any major avenue, and you have that many followers, that many subscribers,
1.5 million,
and then you step into something and you start feeling some success and you start getting good at something, when you're not immediately the best, you get upset. You get frustrated. And you could see the frustration on the man's face. But the problem with Chris is he is no Camaro Jackson. I have seen and followed Camaro Jackson's career. I have worked shows with Camaro Jackson all around the Midwest and even some of the Mid-South. And Camaro's a beast. That clothesline, that's
the Peacemaker is absolutely no joke.
So how many concussions is from Camaro's Peacemaker there?
None of the 12.
None of the 12 that you remember.
That I remember, right. But, yeah, I completely get his frustration. I do. But it's hard to get ahead in this business. But you don't get very far when you walk away from handshakes. And I think that he's doing himself a disservice by skirting out of the ring last night.
Interesting. Oh. It's getting hot up in that Facebook chat room. I'm telling you what. Lainey Kate Ness came all the way up from Licking, Missouri for the event last night. Her and her husband, Steven. Says Camaro is lucky Danger came out before I got up. I was about to answer that open challenge. Woo! You go, girl.
Poking the bear is spreading around.
Poking the bear. She's a baddie. Becoming contagious. I'm telling you. But you're absolutely right, Osby. Camaro Jackson is absolutely a beast. And really, until we see that match between yourself and Camaro, right? With all due respect for you, you know I love you. Who's going to stop him? Who can stop him? Right now, he's been proving it time after time. Every time that he steps inside that squared circle, that he cannot be beat. That adversity has made him stronger, it seems like. And he's had several different quote-unquote nicknames in the past. The Quad Father and things of those natures. All those things still in play. But he is, without a doubt, the Grand Regent. The Grand Regent. Carson Drake found out the hard way. Whew. The Deliverer Moses found out the hard way. I just hope Chris Danger doesn't make that same mistake that those gentlemen have made.
I'd be remiss to go, Superstar Steve found out the hard way.
You ain't wrong. You are not wrong. WLW 25.
Yeah.
The 25th anniversary
That's when the
show.
reign really began.
Exactly. You are not wrong. And with that being said, last night, we crowned a brand new #1 contender in that Door to Destiny Rumble. And we're going to go over everything that happened in that Door to Destiny Rumble as soon as we get done with our last break of this first hour. And we're going to start it right now.
King Scott here, and I'm with John Lang, owner of Mountain Motor Company. John, tell us about the latest sales you guys have going on. King, we don't have one. What? You're auto dealership. You have to have some kind of sale going on. No quote, unquote sale going on in our other dealerships, they're BS, man. Most of the time, they're robbing Peter to pay Paul somewhere. We're not about sales. We're about true savings. I like that. No sales, true savings. You're saying come in, check out the inventory. You guys will
he's come a long way, and he
super
deserves to be there.
We've got so much great inventory in the lot right now. Many vehicles starting at $15,000 or lower, and with our great prices,
and you know what?
Have to back it up.
He has had some success. He's held some championships around the
great people to work
country.
with, and there's a reason Mountain Motor Company has over 1,000 five-star reviews.
I just hope he doesn't make the same mistake as some of these other folks have done with Camaro.
MountainMotors.com, Facebook, and Instagram.
Because the thing about it is, when Camaro hits you, he hits you.
Oh, he does.
There's a strong receipt with it.
People are talking about Don Julio's
no matter who you are,
restaurant in
you get
Northfield
hit by that
Plaza
peacemaker
and
after
Don
a
Julio's
hard-fought
Taco
match.
Express at number 3
Lights are
Troy
out.
Center.
Lights are out.
Setting the standard for authentic Mexican food and great drinks. Carry out or dine in 7 days a week at both great locations. Stop in or order online for carry out at DonJuliosWinfield.com.
To be honest, I gotta say, the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, Real Billy
Plaza and Don Julio's Taco Express at number 3 Troy Center.
And even with that being said, Camaro
buy
came.
one, get one free on Wednesday in Troy
I see through
and
that?
on Monday in Winfield. That's
He came
Don
that close
Julio's
to
Mexican
capturing that
restaurant
10
in
pounds of
Winfield
gold.
Plaza and
But
Don
yes, I
Julio's
was
Taco
basically
Express at number 3 Troy Center. Better known
The
and
toughest
operated.
challenge. Yeah,
Bringing great
for
authentic
sure.
Mexican food home
Those,
to Lincoln County.
I mean, those any
I
match
ain't far behind.
those two just tore it up.
Operating Engineers Local 513, proud to support the Mizzou Tigers, St. Louis Blues, Kansas City Chiefs, and local high school sports on News Radio KYRO. The Local 513 training program at Highway 61 and F is now accepting apprenticeship applications to build your future. Motor grader, backhoe, crane operation, and maintenance programs earn college credits and employment as an operator. Visit the Local 513 training program website at IUOE513.com and start building your future today.
Welcome to MegaNet. For slow internet, press 1. For a different customer service, press 2. For confusing
20
pricing,
seconds and we're
press
coming back
3.
live on the radio.
For extremely long wait times, stay on the line. For 80 seconds in line,
We're going to do it in the second half. Yeah.
Where there
When
was
we go over
frustration,
stuff like this,
now
sometimes
there's
it just
satisfaction.
takes up that
Hello,
first
this is Helen at Gateway Fiber. How may I help you?
Isn't it time you refreshed your internet provider? For more information,
And the mics are
visit
going
Gateway
live. We are back live inside the Gateway Fiber studio of News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM KYRO. This is Uncensored Wrestling Talk. Of course, we are also live on our Facebook and YouTube channels as well. Now, with the YouTube, something happened with the stand. Technology. No, it's not technology. It's the hardware this time. Didn't really want to cooperate, but later on this afternoon, H.D. Daniels will get him to put the video from the Facebook up on the YouTube, and everything will be copacetic.
Right.
Copacetic.
Something always breaks when Aiden's on the radio, though.
Some more interesting comments coming in on the Facebook chat room. Let us see here. In all seriousness, from Lainey Kate Ness, Camaro and Austin is going to be a 5-star banger. I'm excited about that. She let the cat out the bag, didn't she?
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to talk about that here in just a few moments, about the astonishing one, Austin Militalo. Mom Bear, Sherry Harley. I feel the only way Camaro can be beat is if his opponent cheats. Interesting. Because that is how... I can't say that the Thrillbilly really cheated during that match, but Carson Drake, absolutely 100%.
Right
100%. And you know what? Those are singles matches. Those are the only 2 matches that he's lost since November of 2024. What a streak.
Yeah, brother. Yep.
Steven Ness says, Maximus Stone's debut was great, and he looked like a beast in the ring. I see a bright future with his shades on. What a showing he had last night. What a showing you had last night, Maximus Stone. Hey, let's go ahead and jump into it. We've got about 9 minutes left here in the first hour. The door to Destiny Rumble. Some awesome competitors in this one. Let's go down the list in the order that they came in real quick here. And then we'll talk about the different things going on during that Rumble. Jaden Dominic Rose. Jay Pierce. Calvin Aldridge. The Monstrous One, Mike Maverick. Drew Shields. The Astonishing One, Austin Militalo. Superstar Steve. Tobias Storm. All Day Aiden Riley. Attila Khan. The man sitting next to me on my right, Maximus Stone. The Natural Atlas Armstrong. His partner, Talon Graves. Heavyweight Hendricks. Ricky Rivera, who made his debut last month. Joseph Jackson. And rounding it out, the 99 overall, Chris Danger. What a lineup. What an awesome lineup of participants in this one, Superfan.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. There was cameras ready and waiting, and disappointment. Cameras ready and waiting, and another disappointment. Until Maximus Stone came out last night, the place was like, we're waiting. But dude, it erupted. It was so loud in there. I mean, we didn't even hear who's Talon Graves? Huh?
Atlas Armstrong?
He came out and you couldn't even hear him.
The pop was still going on.
You didn't, right. You didn't even hear him.
You're not wrong.
Tim, can you blame him? Look at me.
No, I know. You're jacked, you're stacked, you're ready to...
To rack them. He's ready to rack them all.
Not showing my chest because it's pretty red, though.
I'd like to add real quick.
Yeah, please.
I've been a part of the business for a long time, and I've heard a lot of pops in this industry. That was the loudest pop I've ever heard that was a non-WWE name. I was absolutely floored. And it just kept going. It kept going. Maximus, there are a lot of people that work in this industry that never achieved that. Not only did you get that in your first match, but you got that in the main event on what will be a televised show. You hit like four or 3 or 4 dreams in your first showing.
Thank you, Osby.
Yep. That's incredible.
Appreciate that.
Incredible.
Thank you.
Is the right word.
I'm sure there are a lot of upset people in that locker room.
I tell you what.
Or envious, rather.
Appreciate the
Maybe
comment.
not upset, envious.
And I think you can agree with me on this one, Superfan. Coming out last night, Maximus Stone, and the pop that he got, there's only one other person that rivals it.
Mm-hmm.
There's only one other person that is on that level. The Wild Man.
Absolutely.
Jeff Wild.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
Last
That's
night,
my dude.
when that happened
That's
for
my
you
dude.
last
Yep.
night, I was talking about it before because I had gone out there and was saying hello to a lot of the fans out there before the event started. And there was a lot of Maximus Stone fans out there waiting for you, just chomping at the bit, waiting for you to come out. And I thought right then and there that Jeff Wild, with his debut at the same event 2 years ago, this one may just very well be neck and neck. And to be honest, I can't tell you which one was better. But man,
I'm honored because I love Jeff. Deep down in my heart, he's
This
such
is
a
what I
great
wanna
wrestler,
see.
great guy. Yeah,
This
I'd love
is
to
what-
tag with him one day. Well, how fun would that be?
my God, the pop would be, the roof would be completely gone.
You'd have to be Eminem, the muscles and the mustache.
There you go. Yeah, muscles and the mustache. Hell
And
yeah.
here's the thought that I've got. Here's the question that I have in mind. Who's better? The Wild Man Jeff Wild? Who gets a better pop? The Wild Man Jeff Wild or Maximus Stone? I want to see it happen. I want to see a one-on-one there at the Race Wrestling Arena.
Listen, occasionally some of the paint will flake off of our ceiling. It just happens.
It
I'd
does.
imagine we're going to take off all the paint on that ceiling with that moment.
That would be probably a 15-minute match of just people screaming and yelling.
That is a worthy moment of pulling out your phone and recording as much as you can.
Absolutely.
Because the same thing, both, like I said, it rivaled both of you guys. The same thing that happened for you happened for him. The same thing that happened for him happened for you. I want to see this.
Half of
I
wrestling-
just want to
I'd say
see this.
More than half of wrestling is just having the fans enjoy the moment. And I think that happened last night. And that's what it's all about. Memories made.
Absolutely.
Muscles shown. People feeling pain.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling pain in my chest right now.
And you know, we've only got a couple minutes left before the top of the hour. And we'll talk a little bit more about the Door to Destiny at the very top of the second hour before we get into a whole bunch of other awesome stuff. But the Doubles of War last night, apparently no more. Because Superstar Steve and Attila Khan both attacked the monstrous one and the biggest little dog. Superstar Steve, not a happy person.
Well, I mean, Superstar Steve got in the corner, and you can see he was just berating Aiden and the monstrous one right in the middle of the
Doing
ring.
what he's wanting.
And then all of a sudden, you just kind of see okay, fine. I'm going to take matters into my own hands.
Listen, Sarge, I'm going to add my comment real quick.
Yeah,
Facebook
please.
can look at it. But there's two people. There's Superstar Steve and there's Attila Khan. Superstar Steve could not do anything, in my knowledge, my short tenure here, without having backup. Attila Khan can't do anything without foreign weapons.
Ooh.
One thing different about Maximus Stone is he doesn't need backup. He doesn't need weapons. I have both right here. Bring it on.
The challenge has been set forth. Woo! Right here on Uncensored Wrestling Talk. Maximus Stone wants to get his hands on both Superstar Steve and Attila Khan.
At the same time.
Ho! Tag match?
No, I just want them both.
Handicap match.
Oh my goodness. Wow. That's huge. That's a huge challenge.
Huge.
You are a huge man. And you know what? If anybody could do it against Superstar Steve and Attila Khan at the same time as this man right here, Maximus
Absolutely.
Stone. Because you know what? last night he stood toe-to-toe with both of those men. Yes, he took chops. Yes, he got punched in the face. Yes, they did as much as they could to that man. But you know what? At the end of it all, he was still standing.
Sarge, how many men did it take to get me out of the ring?
Almost everyone.
There's my point.
Almost everyone. And with that being said, we're at the top of the hour, folks. Stay tuned. It's only a 6-minute break. When we come back, more about the Door to Destiny, and then we're going to have an awesome talk with both Maximus Stone and Osby Tomlin. Sorry, the crazy radio threw me off. But hey, it happens. And we'll be back in just a short time.
Fox News, I'm Angelo Bavaro. Iranian officials are downplaying President Trump's claim that a peace deal will be signed today.
Iran, however, has not yet confirmed. This is both Tehran and Washington have been playing up their ends of a potential memorandum of understanding that would both end the war and it would start more talks, more negotiations.
As Fox's Max Gordon. President Trump is set to arrive in Geneva tomorrow for the annual G7 summit.
He's planning to meet one-on-one with the leaders of Egypt, Qatar, and the UAE on the sidelines of the summit. We're told Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu will not be attending those meetings. President Zelensky is also attending the G7. No plans to meet with Trump directly.
That is Fox's Aisha Hosni reporting. America is listening to Fox News.
I'm actually a side character.
If you want unlimited talk, text, and data on a crazy fast network, Big Wireless will sell it to you right now for as little as $70 a month. Or you can buy it from Pure Talk for half of that. I'm talking about unlimited talk, text, and unlimited data for just $34.99 a month. Stop paying the big guys twice what you need to. Dial pound 250, say my name. That's pound 250, micro, to switch to Pure Talk, where the savings are truly unlimited.
In this 25th anniversary year of September 11th, the Tunnel to Towers Foundation continues to honor America's heroes. Heroes like Fire Lieutenant Michael Wells, who was inspired by 9/11 to serve his community. After 14 dedicated years of service, he lost his battle with occupational cancer, leaving behind his wife Katie and their 3 children. Tunnel to Towers honored Lieutenant Wells by paying off the family's mortgage in recognition of his services. Donate $11 monthly and amplify your impact with a car or land donation. Go to T2T.org.
I'm Taylor Riggs, and this is the Fox Business Report. The major averages ending higher for the day and week. Iran deal hopes lifting investors' sentiment, while SpaceX making its public debut on Wall Street. Its shares taking off and closing around 19% above its initial public offering price of $135 a share, with the rocket maker's market cap above $2 trillion as a result of SpaceX's historic IPO. Its leader, Elon Musk, has become the first ever trillionaire. Shares of Musk's other empire, that being Tesla, rose nearly 2%. The Dow up 354 points, the Nasdaq higher by 79, S&P 500 up 37. The Department of Justice's Antitrust Division signing off on Paramount Skydance's over $110 billion acquisition for Warner Brothers Discovery. The DOJ determining that the deal did not threaten market competition. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Hillary Barsky, investing in you.
How many times I'd have batteries and stuff.
What if the most dangerous killers weren't hiding in the shadows, but living right next door? Fox Nation Investigates presents The Killer Next Door.
Bodies were appearing everywhere. People went missing. Bodies were coming up in the ocean.
Once they put my brother John into Gacy's house, you kind of knew he didn't come out.
Go to FoxTrueCrime.com for more series like this, or wherever you get your favorite podcasts.
Think that everything was legit.
James Scott here, and I'm with John Lang, owner of Mountain Motor Company. John, tell us about the latest sales you guys have going on. King, we don't have one. What? You're not a dealership. You have to have some kind of sale going on. No quote, unquote sale going on at our place. And you know why?
Well, I know Austin just
because usually those sales promotion at other dealerships, they're BS. Most of the time they're robbing Peter to pay Paul somewhere, and we don't play those games in Mountain Top. We're not about sales, we're about true savings. I like that.
And I get on there and I
just
start
savings? You're saying
poking all the fans too. Yeah. And they were like hating me for poking them.
I keep telling him, folks, stop poking the bear. Does he listen? No. Heck, no, he don't listen. Don't listen.
There's no fear in these eyes. That's why.
Was that your first time at the Race Wrestling Arena last night? What'd you think?
It's great. Very, very nice production value. It's so funny. Like, I moved to the St. Louis area towards the end of my wrestling career. Most of the time that I worked, Arkansas, Tennessee, Georgia, Southern Illinois, and when I was working in Missouri, it was mainly in Cape Girardeau. But I wish I would have known sooner and got up here sooner. I would have tried to get in. But
maybe come out of retirement.
Man,
Did it give you that bug last night?
So here's the thing. I know I can do it. I just shouldn't. That's the problem. I'm like 2 or 3 concussions away from not being functional.
Ooh,
like I said, I've had 12 that I know of.
Oh, goodness.
In June of 24, I wrestled my last match, won in the main event. 4 days later, I thought I was having a stroke. It ended up being a concussion migraine, and they did an MRI, and they found scar tissue on the left side of my hip. They said, "Mr. Tom, this is brain damage. You shouldn't do this anymore." I'm like, "All right, we're done."
I am sorry to hear that.
But we're good. I have kids. They love me. I'm dad now.
There you go.
And I write.
There you go.
It's 69 degrees.
69 degrees outside.
KYRO. I'm meteorologist.
And the mics for the radio side? We're going live. Well, welcome back. Hour number 2 of Uncensored Wrestling Talk. We are live inside the Gateway Fiber studio of News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO. Of course, we are also live on our Facebook and our YouTube channels. Hey, jump in there. Jump in the fun. Interactive chat here. All kinds of stuff being said in the chat rooms. And real quick program note. After we get done with the radio side, we'll go for a little bit longer on the Facebook and the YouTube about all this stuff that's going on. Next week here on Uncensored Wrestling Talk, our resident referee, Mr. 123 Yeet, H.C. Daniels, will be back in studio, along with Luke Roberts will make his return here on Uncensored Wrestling Talk. Uncensored Wrestling Talk to talk about St. Louis's Wrestling Hall of Fame. That's going to be an interesting talk. It's going to be another good one next week. But right now, we have got a man that made his debut, much anticipated debut. The one and only Maximus Stone. And also Mr. Osby Tomlin, 17-year professional wrestler turned author. Gravity always wins. And we're going to talk about that here in just a little bit. But let's get back real quick to that Door to Destiny Rumble last night. You know, we talked about the Devils of War. That's a no more thing. Man, I'm telling you what. That superstar Steve and Attila Khan are now one heck of a force to deal with. Superfan, do not poke the bear.
You know that's going to be hard for me. But, you know, I guess I got to say, Montrose Mike and Aiden Riley couldn't happen to 2 better guys. I mean, they should have known better. They should have known better. They tried to follow, and all of a sudden, yeah, you got turned. You got turned on. And I heard Aiden running out like, what happened? What happened? What happened was you got taught a lesson. You better learn from it.
Well, you know what?
Maximus Stone was sitting back laughing backstage. I enjoyed every minute of that. So.
The Monstrous One is in the chat room, and he says, "Can't help but notice I've caught some shade. Tim, keep my name out of your mouth. I've been nothing but screwed out of my titles, screwed out of my hair, and now I was screwed out of my shot at the heavyweight championship."
Mike knows his address. Tell him, come on up here. We'll have a good conversation. Tell him stop by. I'll be here another hour. That's plenty of time for you to get here, Mike.
Trisha McGarry Williams responding to the Monstrous One, saying, Mike, stop hanging around with that rabies-infested rat dog and your master and stand on your own 2 feet. And he responds with Trisha McGarry Williams, shut your mouth, shut your husband's mouth.
Oh.
Whew, y'all are nerds.
Oh, nerds. Oh, hell. Better not talk about my people like that, Mike.
Oh, you know, he's a little buzzed now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Probably is the way he's talking.
I think
like
the new
buzzed
tag,
too.
new tag, we should just call him Toys.
Early in the morning.
I think we should just call him Toys because he's like buzzing Woody now.
Oh.
Trish is gonna love that one.
Laney Kate Ness says, if you must bring the dog, then the 2 of you go on the tag circuit and turn face. That'd be interesting. Amanda Stout, 1 word, and I love it. Yeet! All day Aiden Riley in the chat room.
Little Woody now.
I will get my revenge. You can't do that to me. You know how much I have sacrificed.
Yeah.
Amanda Stout again. 1 word. Maximus. And Austin Mulitalo saying, I went to war with both of them. And he ain't wrong. He ain't wrong. And speaking of the astonishing one, Austin Mulitalo coming out the victor of Door to Destiny Rumble to become the new #1 contender for the NWA World League Heavyweight Championship. And guess what? That match, from what I understand, is going to take place in November at WLW 27. Man, that is going to be a heck of a match between himself and Camaro Jackson.
Yes, I mean, I'm sure everybody knows who my favorite wrestler is in Austin Mulitalo. And what happened last night was the best, and I'm so excited for him, and I have to say, about time.
Congratulations to the young man. You know, I had an interview with him, which you'll be able to see very, very soon on Showdown. And, you know, he's had a heck of a year. He's had a heck of a year that a lot of people would be very, very jealous of. And he also says, Attila and Steve are jabronis. Interesting words there. Wow. Now, all day Aiden Riley, oh good Lord, he let Austin win. He let Austin Mulitalo win.
Is that how that works?
Whew.
Talk about rose-colored glasses right there.
Whew.
Once again, he knows the address. If he wants to stop by for a visit, I'd be glad to spend some time with him.
Give them an understanding.
Absolutely.
So I gotta ask you, Maximus Stone, again, let's go over this real quick because what a night you had.
It was a blast.
Austin Mulitalo coming out the winner, yes. Awesome night for him, but an awesome night for yourself as well. And kudos to you as well, because, you know, after that match was over with, Attila Khan and Superstar Steve putting the boots to the Astonishing One, and yourself and a few other folks coming back from the back and helping Astonishing Austin Mulitalo.
Lucky. I'll tell you what, Attila and Steve are both lucky that they didn't have it to step back in that ring. I think they had enough. They had a chance. They didn't do it.
Hey, if you missed it in the first hour, Maximus Stone here has put out the challenge, not just to Superstar Steve, not just to Attila Khan, but to the both of them 2-on-1. Electrifying. Whew.
They got it coming. With
Business is picking up at World League Wrestling.
The Maximus, Attila was ready to come back. Because I was
with
right
the
there.
Weapon, I think.
Well, yeah, but it was Steve that held him back right there at the end. But I saw you on the corner. You were yelling. You were barking. You were ready.
Yeah.
So, but
it didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
They had a chance. They had a shot at it. They didn't make it happen.
They didn't take the space away.
I'll be here for next time for them.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
It's getting awfully spicy in that chat room on Facebook because Trisha McGarry Williams still stirring the pot over there. She says, Mike, Buzz, sounds like you need some therapy. They hurt you and now you need to learn how to deal with it. Lady Kate Ness coming in and saying, hey, I'm a therapist. Whew. Whew. Austin Militao saying, I have a feeling my road to WLW 27 is going to be an interesting one. I have never been more ready. It's my time. It's our time. I'm riding to the top. Wearing Harley's crown is my destiny. Awesome words. Awesome words. Gail Tipton in the Facebook chat room saying, loved your book, Osby. Let's talk about this. But first and foremost, let's get into a little interview with you about your career. How did you get started in professional wrestling?
I didn't have the traditional way to get into wrestling. Back in YouTube's infancy, around 2005, my idiotic friends and I, in high school, decided to start filming backyard wrestling videos and uploading them. And we were dumb kids, right? And the local indie fed in West Tennessee, New Blood Wrestling, was being promoted and ran by Bobby Horn, Sir Mo from Men on a Mission, and one of the guys working at the show caught wind of the videos and shared it with Bobby and said, hey, there's a bunch of kids out here wrestling and maybe we can train them. Maybe we can get them to, help fill out our school here that we're trying to build. So they reached out and contacted us through YouTube. 7 of us went there. I was the only one that stayed. And within just a few weeks, they put me in the ring with a Native American gimmick. My grandmother's full-blooded Cherokee. And at the time, I had a braid running all the way down my back. And I went by the name Chief Crazy Train.
Wow.
2007 was a different time. And Mo told me, he said, I want you to do a rain dance out to the ring. You're going to get the crap beat out of you, and you're going to have a blast. And it was absolutely something.
Whoever thought that getting the crap beat out of you would be a good time, right?
As a 17-year-old kid, it's what all I ever wanted to do. And I did do that for a very long time. Tennessee, Arkansas, Georgia, Illinois, Missouri, 17 years, a little over 400 matches. I broke my neck, I broke my collarbone, multiple broken fingers.
Injuries are real,
multiple
folks.
Concussions. Who knew that mat hurt so much? Who knew that hitting the concrete floor hurt so much? Good luck, by the way. But it was a blast. I would do it all over again. I would still be doing it if the doctors would let me. But in 2024, I suffered a concussion. I thought I was having a stroke, but they told me that I was experiencing a concussion migraine, which mimics stroke. They did an MRI and found scar tissue on the left side of my brain. And they said, Mr. Tomlin, if you value your time with your children, your small children, you should never do this again or compete in any combat sports. So I stopped. The problem with stopping, I couldn't get the cheers out of my head. Sitting in a quiet room in my office, I could still hear them chant and cheer for my name and even boo me. I thought I was going crazy. And I thought, I've got to do something with this. And I thought, well, what if I write? What if I write a book? Nobody wanted to hear about a 17-year-old breaking into the business. Like, well, we got to do something with fiction. So, with Gravity Always Wins, I thought, what if it's a guy in his late 40s breaking into the business? And then I thought, well, let's add some drama to it. What if he's a recovering alcoholic breaking into the business that ends up trading one addiction for the other, swapping alcoholism for being addicted to the cheers, the roar of the crowd? I get about a third of the way through the book, and I meet Maximus. And I'm like, whoa, you're a guy breaking into the business in your late 40s. He's not an alcoholic. That's completely unrelated. But I was like, you have a spin on this that I don't have. Would you like to share some of your feedback of some of, your bumps, your cuts, your bruises, some of the issues that you're having at your age? He's like, yeah, that absolutely. So that's my cover star. That freedom tattoo's real. It's right across his back.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that all got incorporated into the story.
That's very cool. Wow. I cannot wait to sit down and read this. It feels like, just from you talking about this just for a few moments, it's one of those type of books, and this is what I love about this, that once you start reading, you're not going to be able to put it down.
You got that right.
And that's what you had told me the other day.
Absolutely. It just soaks you in. If you're a wrestling fan, this is a no-brainer. Yep. Matter of fact, there's illustrations, pictures in there that are hand-drawn by Osby of specific wrestlers around the market right now. It's real interesting. Some creative characters that he put in there that are fiction, but all hand-drawn. And I tell you what, if you're a wrestling fan, it just goes deep into the specifics behind wrestling. Each match is drawn out. Like it just puts your brain in that specific match, and you just get dove into it. And the story behind Anthony and his recovery and all that is amazing. It's just a fun ending to it, and just a great book.
May I?
Yeah, absolutely.
From the back of the book here, it says, and I quote, Anthony thought he had already wasted his life. At 48, he moves to a small town for a fresh start. Instead, he finds a wrestling ring. What begins as curiosity becomes something else entirely. Bright lights, roaring crowds, and a new addiction that refuses to let him go. Under the watchful eye of a hardened trainer known as Patches, Anthony begins a brutal journey into a world that demands discipline, punishment, and honesty. Inside the ropes, redemption must be earned, and gravity always wins. Wow. I cannot wait.
Oh, yeah, bro.
I cannot wait.
One thing about this novel, it shows you about the brotherhood and the locker room. It shows you what it's like going through those first few training sessions. It shows you what it's like learning about the hip toss, the arm drag, taking bumps, hitting the concrete floor. It's for anyone that's ever really, really wondered about the inside workings of professional wrestling. They'll find it in this book.
Where can I find that book at?
This book is available on Amazon.com in 2 formats. You can get it in paperback, I believe it's $14.99, or you can get it in ebook at $3.99.
Wow.
Or if you have Kindle Unlimited, it's free for all subscribing members.
Nice. Very nice. Is there any specific person that's reading the book as you're listening? Or
so there currently is not an audiobook.
Oh, okay.
But there is an audiobook in the works.
Okay.
It will be available eventually. I did self-publish this. So I am self-publishing my own audiobook. It's all in the works.
Very cool. That's so very awesome, Maximus.
It's on his second book right now, right?
I am. Which is not related to wrestling in any way. I will briefly talk about that.
Sure, please go right ahead.
I don't want to distract our wrestling listeners with non-wrestling stuff, but it is a psychological horror titled Polaris.
Okay.
It follows a sheriff who's searching for a missing person in the Pacific Northwest.
As you know, and everybody else that's a true wrestling fan, and you know what, we've got other things that we like too. So that sounds
what I love
amazing.
What I love about Osby is you got Batista, you got John Cena, you got Rock, you got all these wrestlers that turn actor. You don't have a ton that do authors. We have one with us in the studio. I think it's unique. It puts that mindset that he has of being a wrestler into books now, so
Mhm.
you know whoever's information you're reading thinks like a wrestler and has part of it. I think it's just an interesting concept.
Well, with yourself being in the business for well over 17 years, because let's take it back even to before you became a quote-unquote professional, you were doing stuff. For yourself that's been training for the last several years, and now a professional wrestler, debuting last night.
Thank you for that.
For myself, being in the business as a commentator and an interviewer for the last, I guess 6.5 years, 6 years. Not nearly as long, but my point is this. It is an addiction.
Oh, yeah.
When you get it in your blood, regardless of what level you're on, there's no getting it out of you completely, right? So my question for you, Osby, is, and I understand, I truly do understand that there's things that have happened where you can't set foot back into that ring. But how hard has it been over this time period that you haven't been stepping into the ring, of not stepping into the ring?
I'll say this. I've had promoters reach out to me with various roles. I've declined every one of them because I know that physically I can still do it. There's a difference between being able to physically still do it and know that you shouldn't, and being there and seeing your friends, your brothers still do it. I've been in a locker room once since I retired. It was amazing, and it bothered me incredibly.
Because you weren't going out there?
Exactly. Last night was the first time that I've actually sat behind the barricade in a very long time. And I did it for Maximus. Maximus is my buddy. He's in my book. And what's strange is the parallels in this book versus reality, what actually happened. It's very bizarre that it's happened this way. So the character in the book, his gimmick ends up being freedom. It was so hard for me to not chant freedom last night. So let's go freedom. Because I saw freedom in the ring. It was Maximus. So I chanted for Maximus. But I was there for him. It was a different mindset, and that's what allowed me to be that fan again. And I'm falling, not that I ever fell out of love with wrestling, but I'm truly experiencing it as a fan again. And it's weird. It's a good weird, but it's weird. Because I still see things happen before they happen in the ring because I did it for so long. I still have that perspective. But to be surrounded by the fans that close, in that seat, it's truly incredible to be able to do that. Love it.
Would you say, and I say the same thing for myself, and I'm sure you will say the same thing as well, Maximus. But, and you know, and I know for Superfan, even just doing this radio show, a dream come true, being a part of the business, even for one day.
Oh yeah. I was able to accomplish my dream in 2007, and I got to live that dream for a very long time. The thing about dreams, they change over time. And if you can't continue with a dream, you can dream again, and that dream can shift. This is another dream. This book was another dream. Being able, when I opened the box, when these first arrived at my home, I was like, wow, this is incredible. I would have never thought at 37 that I'd be holding a book that other people would be reading, that they'd be buying, that I would have never thought this existed. This is incredible.
It's very awesome. That's very awesome.
Winning a match is incredible. Walking out in front of that crowd is incredible. Hearing them chant is incredible. What I would say that he can attest to now, that adrenaline rush, and it even says so in this book, it's the greatest high that I've ever known. I'll be chasing that for the rest of my life in other avenues and other forms, and I don't think I'll ever get there again.
Yeah.
But it keeps me chasing.
Oh yeah.
And there's a reason why I'm about to ask this.
Sure.
So I'm going to ask this quick question here. You said Chief Crazy Train was your first ring name. What were some of the other ring names that you had in your career?
So Chief Crazy Train eventually became Running Wolf, which is a character in this book. It's a side character. He actually appears in the book. So Running Wolf is in the book. It was Chief Crazy Train, Running Wolf. I wrestled under a mask named Deranged. That was an interesting time. I also, when I graduated from college and I was briefly teaching, I wrestled as Magnus Cornelius Cage, MC squared, the Professor. That
MC squared.
I was a heel. I would walk out to the crowd wearing my college robes and my college cords, and I would teach the idiot crowd very large words to expand their vernacular, and they absolutely hated me for that. It was fantastic. And then I eventually just became Osby because it's unique. And I wrestled as a heel, as Osby, for many years.
The reason why I'm asking this, YouTube has everything.
Oh, yeah.
So I would implore all of our listeners and our watchers on both Facebook and on YouTube, go on YouTube, go on Google, and search for each one of these names, and you'll find this man's matches. Partake in his journey that he had.
A lot of it is out there still. Some of it was made private as I was looking for jobs at different times throughout my life, but a lot of it's still public.
Cool.
I can make a lot of it public still if people are interested, but a lot of my stuff in my later career is still public.
Nice. Very cool. Very cool. And again, I want to say a personal thank you to both of you for coming in this morning on Uncensored Wrestling Talk. It's been a blast so far, and we ain't done. But we do have to take a break. We are well past our first break of the second hour. And guess what, there, Superfan? It's only going to be 59 seconds.
59 seconds?
59 seconds, and it starts right now.
To Meganet, or slow internet, press 1. For a different customer service, press 2. For confusing pricing, press 3. For extremely long wait times, stay on
So are you watching any of the other products out there, like Monday Raw, AEW?
I try to stay
Where there was
current as much as I can.
satisfaction.
Hello, this is Helen.
I know a lot of the names.
How may I help
I know their names a lot better than some of the local indie guys.
Visit gatewayfiber.com.
Family Shoe Store is a local family and veteran-owned tradition in historic downtown Troy, Missouri, dedicated to serving the local community and providing great customer service. Their brands include Red Wing, Irish Setter, Works,
So you know, Maximus,
Brooks,
there's a
Merrill,
chant
New
out
Balance,
there.
Skechers,
You can take
Thoroughgood,
off your shirt.
as well as Super
Oh, is there?
state-of-the-art
That's really red chant.
Is
that happening on YouTube?
Just the
Yeah.
right insoles for you. Family Shoe Store providing men's and women's quality footwear.
It happened one time before.
1747. Family Shoes, 636.
Get the latest one
Lights
they want.
are going live. Welcome back. Excuse me. Uncensored Wrestling Talk, hour number 2, live inside the Gateway Fiber studio of News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO. Of course, also on our Facebook and YouTube channels. Hey, search it. Uncensored Wrestling Talk. Come join in on the chats that are going on. Some awesome stuff that's happening. HarleyRace.com is the place to go to get tickets to the events for NWA World League Wrestling. And the next event will be August the 15th, NWA's World League Wrestling Showcase. Man, I cannot wait for this one. It is going to show what the territories are all about. We're going to have wrestlers coming in from all the different territories of the NWA. And we're going to see, we're going to find out who and what territory. Who meaning which wrestler, and what territory is the absolute best inside of the NWA. And you know what? I'm gonna be honest right now. I'm biased.
Goodness. I think you like tournaments, don't you, Sarge?
I absolutely love tournaments. Absolutely, and I cannot wait for this one. I dare say this is going to be the best tournament of the year across the board, rivaling anything and everything that's out there. And you know what? We've got King of the Ring, and we've got Queen of the Ring tournaments going on in the WWE. This one night affair, whew, is going to best that. It's going to best that, in my opinion.
I did want to say one thing about the Door to Destiny last night. I want to give kudos to Jaden Dominic Rose.
Sure.
Number one, coming out there, already wrestled a match, but he lasted almost all the way through that whole thing.
Number one spot.
Had the number one spot, and he was very close to the end.
Four. Guy was in there at 3:30 stretching. I was in there around that same time, and he was in there getting prepared for it, which is, I love that. So.
Here's the deal. Starting at number one, going through until the final four, King Raheem De La Suede better be training. I'm not saying he doesn't, but he better be training extra hard. Because when Jaden Dominic Rose gets in that ring with King Raheem for that junior heavyweight championship, I'm telling you now, Jaden Dominic Rose has all the intentions of taking that championship home with him that night. And it could very well happen. Because from last night alone, Jaden Dominic Rose is ready right now. Also, with World League Wrestling, don't forget, this coming Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Ooh, Fox 2 now, or Fox 2 STL Plus, you're going to get to see NWA's World League Wrestling Showdown. Just like you get to see on the first and last Saturday of each month now for the next couple of months on the CW11, KVLR, TV11. It's going to be huge. It's huge, Superfan.
Huge!
It's huge. And of course, Fox 2 STL Plus is also streaming on Roku, Apple TV, and Fire TV for absolutely free. Free! He said it. And again, a huge thank you to the partners of Sunset Hills Subaru for helping make all of that awesome history happen. The first time, this is so big, it's the first time in 43 years that local wrestling has been on local television. Wrestling at the Chase was the last one. Amazing. It's amazing. You ain't wrong. It is absolutely amazing. And last night, again, was so amazing, and it goes to prove my point every time I say this on this show. Go to HarleyRace.com and get your tickets as early as possible, meaning as soon as they go on sale, because if you wait for any length of time, come the day of the event, you could be on the outside looking in, wondering just what the heck is going on the inside.
There was quite a few people I know that missed out because they waited the last minute. So
see?
That's truth.
See? All right, gentlemen, let's jump into some more wrestling here from this past week. Monday Night Raw, Superfan. Obafemi. I can't wait for this battle between him and Brock Lesnar that's going to happen. And I still think that it's going to happen one of those two nights of SummerSlam. But boy, oh boy, it's going to be one hell of a match.
Yeah, I mean, those two guys, if you're talking Brock Lesnar and Obafemi, they're very close in size, very close in strength and power. It's a coin toss, basically, who gets a shot in first, if you ask me.
Right.
And it's whoever makes that one fatal mistake to lose the match.
For sure. Hey, real quick from the Facebook chat, Lainey Kate Ness asking a very good question here. When do tickets go on sale for that next event? The best answer that I can give you right now is stay on top of HarleyRace.com. Because as soon as I'm telling you, as soon as those go on sale, it'll be just like the last times.
You can set a notification bell and you'll get it.
There you go. There you go. The first row was sold. I'm not kidding here. I'm not kidding when I say I think that first row sold within like 5 minutes of tickets going on sale.
Whew. I didn't set my notification bell, and I had to set in GA. I was sad.
But you know what? Here's another awesome thing about the Race Wrestling Arena.
Doesn't matter.
Whether you're sitting in the front row, or you're sitting over there on those bleachers, or back against the wall, regardless of where you're sitting, there's not a bad seat inside the Race Wrestling Arena.
Not a single one. And anytime those wrestlers get chopped, you feel it.
Yeah.
My chest is hurting today.
And before we continue on, also, I know he hates this. I'm going to say it again anyway. And you can back me up on this one, Maximus Stone. What a tremendous job the legacy himself, Leland Race, does at World League Wrestling.
Yes. So many facets. Whether it's training us, the time. I mean, he's got so much under his belt, and to bring up so many young men and women to be amazing talent. It shows what Leland is all about.
It's a good point.
Yep.
It's an awesome point. And that's another point to be made. If you want to become a professional wrestler, if you want to do what Osby Tomlin did, if you want to do what now Maximus Stone does, HarleyRace.com, get the info, come down to the Race Wrestling Academy, and let's see what you got.
Yeah. Trials happen, I think, once or twice a year. So once again, log on to that Facebook page, Instagram, whatever, for Harley Race Wrestling Academy. Hit the notification bell. Send them an email. Leland will respond to you on that about the academy itself and when it's going to be up. And come out and give it a shot. You're going to love it. So.
Now, with Obafemi, though, he's also got his hands full with the Judgment Day. Dominic Mysterio and JD McDonough. I mean, he fought them off, but they're like a couple of... We were making fun of All Day Eddie Riley and Monstrous Mike Maverick earlier. Yes, I get it. But those two, they are like rabid dogs.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it, Oba, he's got a challenge against even trying to beat Dirty Dom, the greatest luchador alive right now. You know, it's going to be interesting. Tomorrow night, you definitely need to tune in to Monday Night Raw to see what happens. We'll be on the Discord watching it.
I believe, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe tomorrow will be the semifinal between Dominic Mysterio and Obafemi. And I don't know, Maximus, I've been saying this for a couple of weeks, and Osby as well. I would not be surprised if Brock Lesnar shows up and gets involved.
Yeah, the Beast Incarnate, man. But bring him back. He is a guy. I don't think he needs to retire. I think he needs to stick it out. So, yep.
Very interesting times. Very interesting times. And speaking of that King of the Ring tournament, it was a fatal four-way this past Monday night. Javon Evans, Seth freaking Rollins, Ricky Saints. I am absolutely loving everything that Ricky Saints is doing right now. And Talatanga. What a four-way that one was.
Yeah, I mean, the four-way was one of those you just did not know. And to be honest, it was a little bit of surprise the ending with the young OG, Javon Evans, actually picking up the win out of it. By hook or crook or slithering snake, I don't know what you want to call it. But he was able to pick up the victory, which really says something about for that kid.
But you know, also, that Judgment Day, Dominic Mysterio and the other side of the bracket going up against Obafemi. Then you've got on the women's side, you've got Liv Morgan on one side of the bracket. You've got Raquel Rodriguez on the other side of the bracket. Judgment Day, everybody thought Judgment Day was done and over. Judgment Day ain't done and over. They are showing up and showing out as well. Don't put it past. Don't think that just because Obafemi is this huge beast, and he is, that it's a sure win over Dominic Mysterio. Dominic Mysterio pulls things out of his bag that we haven't seen in a long time.
I mean, hey, I would say he's the next Eddie Guerrero. He's always going to figure out a way to get that W.
And he's still holding on to that AAA Mega Championship. For now. I don't know who's going to beat him for that.
Talk about punchable faces, though. He does have a punchable face.
Right alongside. Grande Americano. He's coming.
Now, we've talked about this a few times over this 6 months of the year so far. There's been a few matches that we consider match of the year, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was one from Monday Night Raw that I think is right up there for the Intercontinental Championship. It was an instant classic. Penta going up against Rey Mysterio for that championship.
I mean, the biggest thing about that match, Rey can still go. I mean, he's still quick as a hiccup, and you never know when you're going to get hit with that 619 and drop the dime.
Yep.
But, man, Penta, he stepped up.
He does. He has been.
I don't see anybody taking it from him for a while.
Not for a while. What are your thoughts on Penta, Osby?
I've been a huge fan of Penta for several years now. Really love the stuff he did in AEW, some of the stuff that he did in Impact, and now the stuff he's doing as Intercontinental Champion. It's fantastic. Just when he walks to the ring, just huge fan of Penta.
Big merch sales.
Yes.
I think he's a big mover for merch too, so he's got to be up there.
What really sold me on Penta was way back in the day. Hasn't been that long, I guess, but it's been several years. Lucha Underground.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. I fell in love the first moment I saw that dude. It was awesome to see him. And he was breaking arms. I'm like, is the old Penta ever going to come out in the WWE? Because if it does, look out other people's arms. Oh, man. Look out. Look out. Also, from Monday Night Raw, Women's Intercontinental Championship. Sol Ruca defending against Lyra Valkyria, the very first Women's Intercontinental Champion.
All right. I'm probably going to get in trouble for this one, but who knows? You know what? I'm already getting tired of Sol Ruca.
What?
Yes.
What?
They just pushed her down my throat, and now I want to regurgitate her back up.
She's only been on the main roster for a cup of coffee.
It's
a cup of coffee.
Yeah, and it's a cup of coffee
Brutal.
too long right now.
What happened to you today, Tim?
He woke up on the wrong side of the bed, apparently.
No, there's something about when she was in NXT, I could see a progression. She hit that level of North American Championship, and she hasn't gone past it. To go up to the main roster, you have to go past it.
Yeah.
I don't think she's improved in wrestling style. I don't think she's improved in mic work. And send her back down.
Wow, that's hard.
Give me a fan in here, man.
Man. Osby, what do you think of his comments over there?
I kind of agree.
Whoa!
My problem with Sol Ruca is it's not her work rate necessarily. She is a gimmick and a finisher that when it works, it's fantastic. When it misses, they have to do fancy camera work to cover up an awful botch.
It's a spectacular mess
well,
when it happens.
It's becoming a problem. It's becoming an editing problem. Instead of a ring work problem, it's becoming a post-production editing problem. And that's when you have to start questioning whether or not it's working. She almost needs a plan B finisher. And it needs to be something that you can hit consistently to everyone, every time, without issues. And if you're going to... let's be realistic. The ropes get wet. You can slip. You can fall. You can get hurt when you do it yourself. But if it's fantastic, we all know that. It's one of the best looking finishers on the main roster.
When it's done.
When it's done correctly.
Yeah.
When she misses and hits the mat before the other person falls, or even, it's a problem.
Maximus Stone. Yeah. You've heard what the superfan has had to say. You've heard what Mr. Osby Tomlin has said.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
I believe she's an amazing gymnast. I mean, if she wants to go back to being a gymnast, she'd be good there.
So are you agreeing with these two men with their comments?
After talking and hearing them talk, and I do believe they're not wrong. Yeah. Yep.
Sarge, you're on an island now.
Just when you think that I'm on an island all by myself, I've been thinking this since she was still down in NXT.
Sarge sees a pretty girl, and he's like, oh, she's wonderful.
Don't get me wrong. With a different finisher, it's a different story. The finisher is what elevated her to where she's at.
Yeah.
It's different.
Very true.
It put her in that spot. With a different finisher, she might not be Intercontinental Champion. But with a different finisher, she's consistent and safe. And maybe not as marketable, but consistent and safe.
You know, I'm not saying she's not a good wrestler. I think she's a great wrestler. But I'll be honest, I was beyond shocked when she beat Becky Lynch for the Intercontinental Championship. And you know what? I don't think that's over.
A lot of us.
I don't think that's over.
They
I
swerved
think
us on that one.
before much longer, Becky Lynch is going to come back with a tear and recapture that Intercontinental Championship again. And it may very well happen at SummerSlam. We could see that. And I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised.
I mean, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if it's the United States Championship, just so she gets that full gamut of all the titles. She's elevated everything else. Why not that one?
Interesting. Here's the problem with that one, though. The U.S. title is mainly only over on SmackDown, and she's Raw.
True.
So she's gonna be on Raw for a little while, maybe a year, maybe even 2 years before they move her over to SmackDown. I think. So, but I am going to be very upset. I'll be very upset if she gets put into the world titles. What is going on with Drew Shields in the Facebook chat? He says, and I quote, "I'm so thankful that Maximus could take time away from the retirement home to be at the Rumble last night." You know what? I'm going to say something right now to Drew Shields. The man might be 48 years old. The man may have just finally made his debut last night at the Race Wrestling Arena in the Door to Destiny Rumble. But you know what? Drew Shields, you're the first man that Maximus Stone eliminated last night.
And once again, just like my Big Mike, just like Aiden, you know this address, Drew. Stop on by. I'll wait for you. We can have a face-to-face conversation about this.
That's a Facebook and YouTube exclusive right there. If that happens, we're going live again. Again. Anything else from Monday Night Raw there, Superfan?
Nope.
He says no. NXT, real quick. Zarya defeated Tatum Paxley to become the brand new NXT Women's North American Champion. One was Zarya. I think that should have happened a long time ago. But I kind of feel the same way about Zarya as I do about Sol Ruka right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost as if she's hit this ceiling and WWE keeps pushing her down and pushing her down, even though she just won the championship. I don't think that championship makes a difference. That's just me. What do you guys think?
No, absolutely. I mean, again, it's one thing to let things build naturally, just like the fans chanting for Maximus. If when you're pushed down our throat, we're going to revolt. And I guarantee that we're going to start revolting against Zarya real soon, even though she's a heel, but people just don't tell us who we have to cheer for or boo.
Right.
And that's what they're doing.
Yep, great comment.
Interesting. Was you about to say something?
Timing's very important, and just to build on what he said, there's a natural order of things. If we're paying to be there, or if anyone's paying to be there, we don't want to be. The fans don't want to be force-fed something. They don't want to feel stupid. So, organic reactions, organic building, that's important. And if it's forced and forced and forced, it's going to backfire.
For sure.
I gotta say, I totally agree with Tim, and that's cheer for Maximus.
There you go. There you go. NXT also, Naraku, formerly known as Evil, in New Japan Pro Wrestling. He became the new #1 contender to the NXT Championship, defeating Mason Rook, and what a match that one was.
Yeah,
wow.
I mean, you talk Mason Rook, he's, 350 pounds, but running around like a cruiserweight, jumping off the ropes. I mean, dude, you get squashed by that, you're not getting back up.
No, that's right.
But with Naraku going against the champion,
That's
can't
going to
wait.
be a good one.
Can't wait.
It's going to be a good one. Hey, real quick, in the Facebook chat room, things are getting spicier even more. Trisha McGarry-Williams up to it again there, superfan. Drew is just upset that Maximus got all the ladies' attention and he got none. The problem, here's my thought process here, and you might agree with me on this, Maximus. The problem with Drew Shields last night is that he didn't have the Wild Man, Jeff Wild, come out there with him last night.
Wild Man needs to come to the Maximus side is what Wild Man needs to do.
Ooh.
He needs to switch gears.
Ooh.
muscles and mustache. I like it.
Muscles and mustache. That's catchy.
That is catchy.
That's
I like
catchy.
that,
I
man.
like that. I like that.
I'm going to trademark that, just so you know.
Talk to Leon on that one for me, will you?
AEW Wednesday Night Dynamite. Gentlemen, Swerve Strickland taking on Brody King in the Owen Hart Foundation Tournament semifinals. Another, I dare say, a match that could be on the teetering of match of the year. Superfan?
Something that I've really kind of noticed over Swerve the last few matches he's carried, they're very slow paced at the very beginning. And I don't know if that's kind of influenced by maybe Kenny Omega or something, as we know that he likes really long matches. But, man, when they ramp it up, Katie barred the door on that one.
You ain't wrong. And Swerve Strickland coming out as the victor in that one. He's going to face none other than Will Ospreay in those finals. I cannot wait. Two friends going to do battle. And Swerve Strickland, I dare say, has gone back to the dark side of things. So this is going to be an interesting battle between these two.
It's really power versus destiny. Swerve wants the power, Will wants the destiny.
And then you've got to remember, Will Ospreay training with the Death Riders for the last couple of months. You know what? Like it or not, and Samoa Joe didn't like it, but like it or not, it has made a difference for Will Ospreay. Oof.
It's brought back the edge.
It has brought back the edge. It really has. John Moxley and Shane Taylor battling for the Continental Championship, and John Moxley getting that submission win, but it didn't end there. Shane Taylor and his Taylor Productions doing a number not just on John Moxley, but the entirety of the Death Riders, to include Marina Shafir. Wow.
Yeah,
What
I mean,
award that's going to turn into be.
Well, last night on Collision, that was...
I don't think even from last night it's over.
No, it's not over, but man, Collision was a show of the week, if you ask me.
Collision last night showed. Wow. Okay. Well, with that being said, hey, we've got about 45 seconds left here on the radio side of things. So for the radio side, Mr. Osby Tomlin and Maximus Stone, thank you again so much for coming in and being with us on the radio. We're going to continue on the Facebook and the YouTube side of things. So if you are listening on the radio, it is time for you to go ahead and jump on over to our streams on Facebook and YouTube, Uncensored Wrestling Talk. You can even join us in the chat room if you'd like, just like everybody else has been all morning long. What a wonderful event last night. What an awesome book here. Gravity Always Wins by Mr. Osby Tomlin. One more time real quick, where can they get this book?
Amazon.com. It's also available on Kindle Unlimited.
And is that t-shirt available too?
No, this is a one of a kind, but who knows, maybe soon.
I need to get one. With that being said, hey, we will talk to all of you on the radio side of things next week here on Uncensored Wrestling Talk. But until then, go watch some wrestling.
Austin Center, Mooresville, North Carolina.
Row 8.
Great show.
It goes by so doggone fast. It's not even funny. And you don't get everything that you want to be talking about on the radio, right?
Yep.
But
He's my ride, so yeah.
we won't go real long here on the Facebook and YouTube. But we do have a few more things that I definitely want to talk about here. Because Andrade El Idolo, man, I mean, I want to see so much for him. I really do. But I hate the fact that he's stuck in the Don Callis family.
I mean, you see, it's the slow burn storyline. You see him; he's going to turn and leave Don Callis.
I hope so.
Question is when.
The real question, and he would say it himself, how you know?
How you know?
How you know? Man, that is, this year so far, I think that's the best phrase, the best catchphrase of the year so far. How you know? I love it. I love it.
Put it on a t-shirt.
Absolutely. I definitely want one of those t-shirts. That's very cool.
I made it yesterday.
Oh!
I made his Maximus Stone shirt yesterday, and I'm like, I'll make this one too for tomorrow. So,
Nice. I love it. That's very cool. Very, very cool. Again, Amazon.com. Amazon.com, guys. Get yourself a copy of Gravity Always Wins, about a gentleman later in life, basically, fighting alcoholism, getting into the ring, and that becoming his new addiction. Very awesome stuff. Superfan. Mark Briscoe. Eventually, somewhere soon, we're going to see Mark Briscoe and MJF to step into the ring. I'm going to say it now. While I love Mark Briscoe, and he could be the AEW champion. And I would be happy with that. But there's no way he's beating MJF.
No.
I hate to say it that way.
I mean,
I do.
Osby and I had a conversation last night about MJF. Mark's just going to be filler. He's going to be filler on the way to All In.
Will Ospreay, I think, is going to take Swerve Strickland in that final. Go on to London's All In. And he'll be the one to defeat, maybe, MJF. Maybe.
What do you think, Oz?
I like MJF, but for the wrong reasons. He's the perfect champion because he will sell the tickets because people want to see him get his face bashed in. He is the perfect please lose. He's the antithesis of what the babyface needs. It's perfect. He's got great ring work. He's in a great spot. I'm thinking of this though from a different perspective. From a storyline perspective, he's also a great antagonist.
He is.
He really is.
He will get under your skin like that.
I pick up Ric Flair vibes.
Yes,
Yeah.
I was just going to say that.
Absolutely. For the entire time I've ever known MJF, I've always picked up Ric Flair vibes.
That he's a champion, but you just can't beat him. So,
I really like what they did with Darby. How Darby took the championship from him and his run with it, and even him, losing it back to him. I think that was great. AEW's really on a kick right now.
They've really turned things around.
It's fun to watch.
I'll be honest. As a fan watching AEW, when AEW started back in 2019, it was on a high, and around about 23-ish, it kind of started going downhill, and it kept going downhill, and it kept going downhill, and it's like, where's the bottom at? And then finally things started turning around, where the last couple of year and a half or so, things have been getting a lot better. But now I'm really, really worried because of this TV deal merger that's going to happen eventually here. They're in litigation still, and I get it, going through the courts for this, and Paramount Plus going in to buy Time Warner Discovery, Time Warner Brothers. Paramount Plus has got a deal with TKO with their UFC stuff, which becomes a conflict of interest because of the WWE being under the umbrella of Paramount Plus, or of TKO, I mean. With Paramount Plus, if they take Time Warner, they've got TBS, TNT, and HBO Max. What the heck is going to happen here? Man. Then we saw some rumors during this past week that quite possibly AEW might be in talks with Fox. So that could be a game changer in itself as well. That could be the skyrocket ship that AEW needs to be able to get on. I'm worried on one hand, but I'm excited on the other. It's a weird deal,
Big
right?
dollars.
So, Sarge, you were talking about the decline.
Yeah.
I think where it changed for AEW, they stopped comparing themselves and trying to one-up WWE. They finally got it right and going, we're just going to put on our matches and and just be better wrestlers.
Here's the problem, though, and they got to stop doing this. Behind the scenes, though, they're still trying to compete with the WWE. Like you just said, don't worry about trying to compete with anybody else. Just be yourself, and good things will happen. I'm going to use an example right here, right now. NWA's World League Wrestling. Who do we compete with? We don't compete with nobody. We do our own thing. And you want to get on the ride, you better get on the ride while you can.
Since we're on the AEW topic, I will mention this, and something that really has helped me tremendously in my tenure is we have AEW talent stop in, and one of them is Matt Seidel. And Matt has been tremendous helping me specifically. Like, he would watch my matches and critique me, and it's just a pleasure him being around us here. So, speaking of AEW, I can't wait for him to get back at it. I'm just a Matt fan. After being around him and having him, coach me up and everything, I'm a Matt guy. So I'm ready to see him get back in action.
For sure, 100%. I agree with you. Friday Night SmackDown, super fan. You got anything that you want to talk about from Friday Night SmackDown?
I don't have anything from SmackDown because I don't even care about the last real good guy, Sami Zayn.
Come on now.
Trisha keeps you so busy you can't watch all the rest.
Right.
Ray Phoenix versus Axiom. You messed up the feed, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
You might want to stop hitting the screen itself.
Flip the phone. Literally turn the phone. Flip it around. There you go.
Woo! There you. Well, maybe. Having technical difficulties on the YouTube side of things.
People are going to
You
get
got
it.
these phone cases now. Check this out. You can just prop it up.
So I don't have one of those.
So close.
Sometimes things come to a screechy halt.
Continue.
Uncensored Wrestling Talk.
It's uncensored, baby.
I think from Friday Night SmackDown, though, Ray Phoenix versus Axiom was an awesome AAA Cruiserweight Championship match. I think that might have been the highlight of the night on Friday Night SmackDown.
Yes. No,
As
I
far
do
as
have a
matches
problem with
go.
that match too. They were reviewing Ray Phoenix and his Mexican muscle buster, as Corey Graves called it.
Yeah.
Why is it a Mexican muscle buster?
Because
did that come from
this is
Mexico
why.
also?
This is
just
why.
like the Destroyer.
This is why. The Mexican Destroyer started in Mexico. That's number one. Get that right. Okay? The reason why this one is called the Mexican Muscle Buster is because unlike Samoa Joe, that's the one that mainly uses that, he comes off the turnbuckle with him, right? Ray Phoenix does the little spin move.
Right.
That's why. That is why.
The spin move?
Yes, it's the spin move. It's the spin move. I think we might be up and going on YouTube. But you know what?
Oh, they were-
Those of
they're
you
like-
that are watching on
they're like,
Facebook
"It's a roller
have no problem.
It's a roller coaster.
We did it. Do we have any comments from the YouTube?
No.
Okay. That's cool.
There's
That's cool.
Now they're sick. Now they're throwing up because they're just where are they going?
Now you're talking. Well, just throw it up, I guess. Also, Charlotte Flair punching her ticket to the Queen of the Ring semifinals.
The irony.
Right.
I just hope that in the next couple of years, 2 to 3 year time frame, that she gets number 18 and beats John Cena sucks title number. Can't stand that. I hope Charlotte Flair, she's the one that needs it.
I hope she at least ties her dad.
And I think that will definitely happen very, very soon. I think very, very soon she's going to capture number 15. I really do. If she doesn't, I think that's another spot where WWE is dropping the ball. And, to be honest, there's been a lot this year that WWE has been just dropping the ball on. And it makes you scratch your head.
Randy Orton's situation wasn't. I mean, he got injured, right? So I mean, it's not technically.
It hasn't really been said one way or the other what's wrong with Randy Orton. If anything's wrong with Randy Orton.
Right. Or even letting Killer Cross go.
Or letting Killer Cross. Yeah, absolutely.
Just
They let New Day go.
Miss after miss after miss.
Good Lord. That is one of those things that I hope happens with New Day or with AEW, and I'm hoping it happens at All In. That would be a very cool introduction of the New Day showing up in AEW.
Maybe they'll go as the new era.
Ooh. You hear that, AEW? The new era. Go with that. That's good. I like that. I like that.
That's why he's an author, by the way.
Hey,
Absolutely.
we did it. Did something.
Here's something else that I'm kind of over. I'm a super fan. I'm in that boat right now. I'm over. I yeet!
I know.
Brie Bella and Paige as the women tag team champions. When's it gonna end? When is it gonna end?
You know me. I was over it at WrestleMania. I think we had a conversation about that last night too.
It's the nostalgia. It's sad when it's the nostalgia act. It shouldn't be, but it is.
It is.
When you work that slow and you miss spots, and it just looks bad. But they're like, oh, Paige, ooh, Paige. It's hard because they're going to push the people that help sell tickets, and it's hard. I get it, but it's rough.
Oh, and we've also got to mention from Friday Night SmackDown, the Yeet Man himself, Jey Uso, punching his ticket to get through the King of the Ring tournament to the, what is that? The semifinals. He's going to the semifinals.
Javon.
Going up against Javon Evans. So you've got Javon Evans, Jey Uso, Obafemi, and Dominic Mysterio in those semifinals for the King of the Ring. Interesting stuff. Could be Jey Uso.
I hope not. I hope not.
Boy, it's gonna be a rough day, isn't it?
It's gonna be a real rough day.
I might be a channel clicker at that point.
My only problem with Jey Uso is he yeeted himself out of a title reign.
Yeah.
Literally yeeted himself out of a title reign.
I would agree with you.
When you get in the ring and you're blown up before your match because you're eating too hard and you're the champion, that's crazy.
That's an issue.
That is crazy.
It's an issue.
Holy.
It's an issue. Lainey Kate Ness, using a one-word adjective here, or maybe that's a noun. I think that might be a noun. And I think she's trying to describe all of us here. Goobers. Who you calling a goober?
She on the Facebook side.
Yeah.
She's normally on the YouTube side.
Oh,
She's normally on the YouTube side, but I can understand it.
She probably said, "Oh, I'm off that crazy train."
Well, to be honest, she's been in the Facebook for quite some time, so I would maybe even venture to say the entire show. And hey, we appreciate you, Lainey, for not only being on the chat room right now, but that long trip that you and your husband made to come up from Licking, Missouri, just to see Door to Destiny Rumble, and Maximus Stone making his debut last night. For a few moments here, let's do our favorite show thing to do at the end of the show, and that is to jump in to some of these dirt sheet things going on. With just Obafemi, Dominic Mysterio, Javon Evans, and Jey Uso remaining in the WWE's King of the Ring tournament, betting markets now indicate that the ruler is the favorite to go all the way and win the crown at Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia on June 27th. If that were to happen, then that means he would face Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. That takes away from Brock Lesnar. That's another reason why I don't think Obafemi wins.
Or is that where Brock interferes?
That could be the night too. You're not wrong. It could be. But as it goes on here, if that's how the rest of the tournament plays out, that could mean it would be World Heavyweight Champion Roman Reigns versus Obafemi at SummerSlam 2026 instead of Femi versus Lesnar. And you know what? I think the needle mover is more for Femi versus Lesnar than it is for Femi versus Reigns. That's me personally right now.
But I thought the King of the Ring could almost choose his own. I didn't think he had to.
So if you're a Raw wrestler and you win it, you go for the Raw Championship. If you are a SmackDown wrestler, you are going for...
So isn't Jey a Raw wrestler? And he's already said that he's going to have to
That's a little different. Because Roman Reigns has made it known that if Jey Uso wins, he wants Jey Uso to jump ship, go over, join SmackDown, and go after Cody Rhodes.
That's awfully convenient.
I know, right? I mean, it's awfully convenient that he's trying to put the entire bloodline all back together with everybody. If that happens, holy crap! Holy crap! Houston, we've got issues.
You know that's right.
While discussing the possibility of Reigns versus Femi at SummerSlam, Wrestling Observer Radio's Dave Meltzer, oh Lord, here we go, said it feels too soon for Oba to win the world title just a few months into his WWE run. However, WWE may feel pressed that they have to do something big in light of increased criticism of the product, as well as Raw's declining numbers on Netflix. Meltzer pointed out that the June 1st episode of Raw on Netflix actually had less same-day viewers in the U.S. than AEW Dynamite on TBS, which is the first time that has ever happened. On Netflix, 636,000 watching Monday Night Raw. Dynamite on TBS, 638,000. Interesting. Interesting.
I've always wondered, does that take in consideration like DVR records?
I'm pretty sure it does.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it does. And of course, all these numbers are coming from the Nelson ratings. So, yeah, I think that also comes from that too. Yeah.
It's only going to get worse when the new era shows up and they take over wrestling. Their own spin on,
Out of the words of Osby Tomlin. There you go. Even with WWE losing momentum this year, the Wrestling Observer newsletter notes that those in WWE have all said that things have been better with Paul Levesque in charge, such as more cohesive stories and less tearing things up and dropping them, as was the case with McMahon's constantly changing scripts, even when the public and talent were told Levesque was in charge. Interesting words. But going back to Dave Meltzer's thing about Obafemi, they put the title on Sol Ruka right out the gate. What's the difference?
She could do a flip.
Well,
gymnastic in her, right?
If Obafemi could do a flip, he'd be champion already.
It's a lot of mass.
And I hope this happens. The Observer is under the impression that injured AEW star Kota Ibushi has not given up hope for a return, but it would not be anytime soon. People close to Kota think he has every intention of trying to return, but he worries that his balance, lateral movement, change of direction, etc. might not come back after breaking his femur last year. I don't know if you guys saw that particular matchup and what happened there, but that was a pretty awful break.
Yeah.
And I was worried from that point on, is he ever going to be able to get back into the ring at all? But it kind of sounds like he's kind of pushing himself to see if he can get himself back into the ring.
Yeah, because wasn't that against Josh Alexander?
Yeah, it was.
It was pretty bad. It was one of those. No, that's.
It was.
That happened.
Let us see here.
I was watching highlights, Sid Vicious, and he had that break. You remember when he broke?
Oh yes, that was wild to see. I mean, you could, and I ain't kidding. His leg, his ankle, you could see it went like that.
I was in the locker room when Sid used to come through shows in West Tennessee. I was like 19, and he'd be sitting across from me, lacing up his boots with his blue jeans on. He looked across at me, like, "What are you looking at, kid?" What do you think I'm looking at? With his vest on, and his hairy chest, chewing his bubble gum. He said, "What are you looking at, kid?" And I'm like, "Sid Vicious, man. In the same locker room. I'm in Dyersburg, Tennessee, man. What are you doing here?" He's like, "I didn't have softball this weekend. That's why." Good times, man.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry for the tangent, but
No.
you mentioned Sid Vicious.
Man, I tell you what. According to FIFO Select, WWE's decision to pull Evolve champion Aaron Rourke from a Limitless Wrestling event on June 20th is unrelated to Limitless Wrestling's relationship with My AEW. It's being speculated that there is an Evolve taping on that date.
I call him BS.
I'm calling BS on that one too. That is one thing I'm going to say about AEW and Tony Khan. He lets his wrestlers, when it's not in conflict with something going on for AEW itself, he lets them go out and keep wrestling at different independent shows all around the country and the world for that matter. When it comes to WWE, they have always, since day one pretty much, never let any of their wrestlers do anything outside their own little bubble.
Well, easier to manage. I would think, imagine that, right?
I mean, that is a point.
Yeah.
That's a point.
Yeah.
But man, see, here's the problem also with WWE though, and this is where I think this plays into this. So right now, and it's been like this for a little while, WWE does not have really any house shows whatsoever. And you can attest to this. A wrestler needs to keep doing reps to continue their consistency in the ring. And when you don't have that going on, more botches happen.
It's funny. If you're consistently bumping, you hurt less. But the longer you go between bumping, you hurt more. I can't explain why, but the longer between reps of bumping, the more my back hurt over the years. But if I was bumping every week consistently, I just felt like I could move more, and it just limbered. Those reps are important.
And they say that's why I absolutely love the fact that Tony Khan lets his wrestlers go and do that stuff, because it benefits AEW really in the long run.
And you also have to question if that's not contributing to all these injuries too.
That's an issue too. I understand that totally. Real quick from the Facebook, Laney Kate Ness says YouTube is on the TV. Facebook is where the fun comments are, but we appreciate all of you guys. Thank you, Laney. We appreciate you. For whatever it's worth, Brooke Hogan is very skeptical of the Clearwater Police Department's 72-page report this week that concludes Hulk Hogan died of natural causes. She told Bubba the Love Sponge and that's a great person to talk to. She told Bubba the Love Sponge that the biggest thing that really goes up my butt sideways is that they lied to my face and said we don't have any footage inside the house. They lied to my face and said we don't have his blood. I'm like, that's impossible. Interesting comments from Brooke Hogan. That was kind of a crazy situation with Hogan passing away the way that he did. And
came out of left field, right?
It really did. It really did. Something to do also, I think, with the neck surgery that he just had done.
All the surgeries that man's had.
Yeah.
Kind of like Elvis, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, granted, he was in his 70s, but honestly, these days, he died young. He did. He died young. SummerSlam is coming up in less than 2 months in Minnesota, and WWE needs plenty of big stars and compelling matches to pack U.S. Bank Stadium with fans on 2 consecutive nights in early August, and they're having issues with doing that at the moment. Well, here's an idea. Don't release wrestlers like the New Day. Don't release wrestlers, I don't know. Who else was on that list that they let go? There was like a good 20 wrestlers that they let go, and a third of them was from the main roster itself.
Took my tongue, but yes, you're right.
How about come up with better storylines?
I got an even better one. Don't use AI doing your storylines. What are your thoughts, Mr. Tomlin, on WWE using AI for their creative things?
It sounds lazy to me. My profession outside of professional wrestling and even writing I have done video production my entire career out of college, and AI is a big thing in marketing and media. And we've had to watch this as it has evolved very rapidly, because now you can upload an image, press a button, and boom, you have something. So we all have very mixed opinions about it, and seeing that you can generate storylines or generate this or generate that, it's lazy. It's concerning. I mean, if it's a cost-saving measure? Come on.
Yeah.
I agree. There are plenty of talented writers who are looking for work, who have great ideas. A very good friend of mine has written their entire career, and now they do Uber because of ChatGPT, because of this, because of that, and I get it. It's frustrating. That's
very.
Yeah. See?
Yeah, I can do that.
I love it. I love it. Hell yeah.
He is showing, for those of you don't know, he is showing an AI video that shows him dancing this twirly jig.
Tim, come on.
That man cannot move like that.
Get up here and try it once for us.
You want to see it once?
I want to see it once.
It's going to be slow.
Do it, man. Do it, baby. Yeah, come on.
Negative. This booger says no.
But you would think with as much money as WWE has, they wouldn't need to save money there.
You would think.
You would think.
One last question for Mr. Tomlin here before we get out of here. Your thoughts, and do you think it will happen, but on the possibility of Vince McMahon buying back the WWE?
Oh my gosh. That's a loaded question, because I feel like maybe he's been trying to already. In his world, I can't speak for the man. I'm not him. But if I were him, I would be trying. I would try to reclaim that throne, and I would do everything in my power to fix the public's opinion of what he's become with all these allegations and everything that's happened. But that's a lot of money. He would need a lot of money and a big time backer, and I don't know if he could do it himself. But even if he could, would the public be receptive to the product and what it means for the product? Would they change the channel? It's a loaded question and a loaded.
I think he's got a back pocket as far as investment goes, and that's Saudi Arabia.
And that makes it worse somehow.
It does.
So
you ain't wrong.
I don't know that people would want that. Of course, there would be some people that would want that, obviously. But would there be enough?
Amanda Stout, real quick in the Facebook chat room, says, "How about more wrestling, less storyline? Period. Too much smack talking."
Shut up and wrestle.
That's what we do at NWA World League Wrestling. I'm just saying. Maximus Stone making his debut last night at the door to Destiny Rumble. Keep your eye out on World League Wrestling's Facebook page. Also, for NWA World League Wrestling Showdown, you're going to be able to get to see his debut very, very, very soon. Thank you so much for coming in. The Uncensored Wrestling Talk champion.
Co-champion.
Wrong answer. He is the champion and probably will always be the champion. I'm going to venture to say. Thank you so much, my friend, for coming in. We love you. Osby Tomlin, thank you so much for coming in and sharing about your book, Gravity Always Wins. Go check it out, Amazon.com. You won't be sorry. And we hope that you are able to come back and see us in the near future. And now, you're a part of the family here at Uncensored Wrestling Talk.
Appreciate it. We'd love to come back.
Superfan, anything left from yourself for this week?
Really, one thing I want to say is to all the wrestlers last night at NWA WLW. Awesome show.
I concur.
Loved it. Thank you.
I concur. Hey, get your tickets. HarleyRace.com. Keep an eye as soon as those events go on sale. Because now that, I'm going to be honest about this. Now that NWA World League Wrestling Showdown is on St. Louis airwaves, 1.25 million people being, or households I should say, not people, households.
Unreal.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. For Superfan, for Osby Tomlin, for Maximus Stun, I am sorry saying thank you so much for sticking around and watching Uncensored Wrestling Talk. And until next week, when we'll have H.T. Daniels back, a yeet.
I know.
And Luke Roberts, who is going to be here talking about the St. Louis Wrestling Hall of Fame. I'm sorry saying, hey, go watch some wrestling. Thank you so much and have a great day.